everyone. Welcome back. We just need to add Edie's video link. Hang on 1 second. So we can see you. This video ninja is a right bastard. Here we go. Look, it's an Edie. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are we today? How is it going? What is going on? Holy shit. 17 months. God, has it really been that long? God damn.
Feels like a lifetime, doesn't it?
It does. It feels like a very long time. Thanks for sticking around, Sam. It's almost like you coordinated all this.
It's almost like you're good at what you do.
Well,
Almost.
Well, thanks.
Thanks,
Almost.
I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, almost. Thanks for, like bringing the levity there, Riley. Would want my ego to get away from me.
Sorry, I should have let that go.
It's almost. Not quite. We'll just get that there. So how's everyone doing tonight? Today? This morning, depending on which side of the country you're on or the pond. We are back yet again with a full crew. What's going on? So crazy talk. But yeah, we are back for another game of the Strixhaven. But before we jump into this stuff, I wanted to let you know we have a new thing. We have a new mechanic for the stream that allows you, the audience, to participate and potentially affect the game. Help mostly help the players and screw the DM. So there's that. So here, let me put the link out there. So there we go. There, you sign up for Stream Loots, and there are card packs. Now I have the hiccups. What's going on? And there are card packs that you can actually buy. So they're like virtual cards, but you'll be able to actually play them on stream that have various effects and things like that. And each pack, it's a random 3 cards that you get, and there are different rarities, which allow you to do, anything from like make me twirl my mustache to pretty much, god tier stuff, for these players. So if you are interested, go check that out, and you can see all the different cards that you could potentially get. We're brand new with it. I only started this week, so bear with me as I learn to respond to this stuff. Speaking of, let me make sure that's up. Go to my stuff and my activity feed, so I know when people play things. And holy hell, there we go. We had Prometheus 49 purchased 15 packs only a minute ago. Just a minute ago. Did that come through? It should have come through. Or did it miss it? Let me see. I want to make sure that actually came through on my things before I went live. Should be saying that stuff, but I can see it in the feed. So thank you for buying those packs. All right, good. Just want to make sure. So you can purchase packs, and they do like various things and stuff and cool things, and you can help out your players and basically screw me over. So let's say, hang on 1 second.
Yeah, that's correct, Caitlin.
Okay. Responding to a heads up for today's game. All right. So yeah, if you're interested in checking that stuff out, do it. I also say the same thing to my players, my cast. You know, check that stuff out at the very least, just so that you can see what could potentially be used for or against you. So there is that. There will be more coming down the pipeline. This is the stuff that we could think of right away. So I'll be adding more as we go, including there will be special as we have done on Visenia Designs stream. I'll be doing like one shots and stuff, and those tickets will be available in the form of cards in those packs. So if you'd like to get a seat at the table for it, you'll be able to there. So all right. So let's see, is there anything else, any other announcements that I need to make? Don't think so. So I'd say let's get right into it, shall we? So let's do, oh, what happened? Somebody played already, jumping right in. Let's see, who got that? For Sam. Oh, oh, Charlotte, you are currently feeling inspired.
Thank you.
And we will complete that card.
She might need it.
So, Charlotte, you're feeling the inspiration. All right. So, thanks again, Prometheus49. And Sammy brought you here, huh? Nice job. Nice
I
job.
don't even bad things.
Nice job, Sammy. Good job. All right. Let's see. So basically, when we last left off, the crew had basically they had finished a long rest. It had been a long day, rather exhausting day, more of an emotional day. You know, there were things were discussed, people had stories to tell, and overall it was, well, taxing. And and it's at this point we're going to pick up in the morning after a nice long rest. However, before we do just that, let's take it up a little notch here. Down to the ocean, creaking timbers, ship tossed on the seas. Amid the storm of voice. By wind and wake a storm to take, we dying call to thee. In tempest gale a crying wail are taken by the sea. The squall has passed, our die is cast, our lives but memory. No sailor worth a galleon's birth may spurn his lover be. Though testing fate, our true love waits, sailor to the sea. The sound, the ocean, the words ringing home, something that Azalea has heard and experienced time and time again. The sounds of the ocean fade from your resting mind's eye and is replaced by the dulcet sounds of Charlotte's voice. Sammy, do you think, sir? Ma'am. It's ma'am.
Uh, good morning. You seem to be having quite the vivid dream there. Everything okay? You muted?
Yeah, apparently I was. That's weird. Thank you. um, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's just being home. I think it plays tricks on me. That's all. You could tell she's being nonchalant.
Well, if there's anything you ever want to tell me, you need to get off your chest, just let me know. I can imagine this is quite anxiety inducing being back home and whatnot. And well, you know how I was in bars, so I can imagine how you are here.
You'll understand. Sometimes in a way that it's almost supernatural. The sea calls to me, it speaks to me, and well, I don't know if it's always telling me the truth. I don't know if it's always calling me back for the wrong reasons or what, but yeah, I just heard of something from the sea this morning in my dreams.
Have you heard it before? Is it something new?
No, I've heard it before, many times.
And is it like a portent? Does it mean something?
Uh, I hear old sailor shanties every now and then, sometimes cries from the sea, whether it's she's being, abused wrongly or something's happening out in the Kraken tide that is important and that she wants me to know. But I don't know, Charlotte, if this is just a dream or if this is just what it's like to be home again and to feel these anxieties, these worries.
Yeah. I mean, something tells me it is more than just a dream. I
I know, me too.
I've seen the storms you bring. um, it's both impressive and frightening at the same time.
Well, at least we don't smell sulfur this morning. That's a good start. At least the dream wasn't that vivid.
Yeah. It's a little bit later than usual. I would suspect the rest of the girls have already went downstairs for breakfast and such, but I just wanted to wait with you and make sure you're okay.
Thank you, Shirley. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'll I'll keep you informed, and I'll let you know if anything comes up again with these dreams, these calls to the sea. I'll tell you, but for right now, I don't think I've told anybody else, really. So I'm not sure I'm
Whatever,
ready.
yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, I'm
Yeah.
here. She kind of takes her right hand and um, gently touches the right side of your hair and places it behind your ear. Keeps the hand there. She just looks at you and
Mm,
says, "You are my ocean's grey waves, okay?" And she just gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
that is so sweet. Sorry, Caitlin's flustered over that. That is so sweet. Yeah, I think Azealia would also be very flustered and feel very just cared for in that moment, especially being just overwhelmed and waking up to someone giving a shit about her, someone who cares about her and loves her. It's something new for her.
um, I don't know if you remember, but yesterday we got two spell scrolls and I used one of them. They're both the same spell, sending. And with the time that we had, I was able to copy the second spell scroll into my spell book, and I've prepared that spell this morning, which essentially means that I can cast it.
Uh,
I was going to reach out, or try to reach out to Sebastian. I was going to do it alone, but I'd like it if you were there.
be here, I can be here, Charlotte. Absolutely.
Okay. And she kind of places a hand into a component pouch, and you see her pull out this short piece of fine copper wire, and she just gently strides over to this kind of arched window that like looks out onto the sea and the rest of the town. And you can see, like, just from behind her, the hand with the wire in it is shaking with nerves. It's a lot, and you also hear her take like one of them loud gulps that you take to try and settle yourself. And you see her kind of just pause for a second and think about the words that she's going to say, and then you hear her say them as she looks out into the distance, and she says, "Sebastian, it's Charlotte. I heard from Illyria that you were alive, and that I have an uncle. I miss you. I love you." And that's it.
During that, Azalea would, if she can, I'm assuming she can, she would touch your back and kind of comfort you and just make sure that Charlotte feels safe, and especially because Charlotte's starting to well up and Azalea can hear her voice cracking. She's just trying to remain just present with Charlotte.
Sound mostly in your head just kind of hangs in the air in uncomfortable silence. But there's no response to the sending.
No! He's dead. I'm gonna kill him.
Wait,
Me
who's
and
We
you,
dead?
don't know
Virla.
that.
Me and
The
you,
NPC
baby.
or me?
Both. You know what? We can get to both places.
I'm gonna say, I guess I'm not going to going to the UK anytime soon.
Irla is on it.
Charlotte kind of looks back at you with almost horrified expression, which kind of fades to disappointment. I don't know if I cast the spell wrong, but I didn't hear anything back from him. I don't know what that means. I mean, Illyria was with him yesterday,
Mhm.
so surely nothing bad could have happened, right?
Oh, and I mean, maybe he's sleeping, right? I mean, you said it's kind of morning, right? You can see Oz is trying to puzzle piece something together to make Charlotte feel better.
Yeah, maybe. I was so anxious to cast that spell, to learn it. For this same reason. I just feel so stupid, Oz.
Oh no, Charlotte, it's okay. You wouldn't have known. You were just trying to reach out. It's okay. We can maybe try again another time if you want. Maybe I could like be like on the other side of the door, not like physically in the room if that helps. I don't know.
No, I think you're amazing just where you are. I wouldn't want you anywhere else.
No, I know, but I'm superstitious, and maybe like me being present is why it's not working. You know, something like that, Charlotte.
I appreciate it, but I don't think it's you. It's just the universe telling me it's not the right time, I guess.
I mean, there's been a lot that we've had to put on the back burner. I don't want to put this on the back burner for too long, but maybe it's something we can try again when you're ready.
Yeah, right now it's quite a um, taxing spell on my resources, so I don't want
Oh,
to
of course.
cast it too much. But if I've still got the ability to, at the end of the day, I might try again.
Yeah, definitely. I support that, Charlotte.
And I'm sure Alethea might want me to reach out to Illyria again in the future. So
Yeah.
there's that, and I know Lady Cardia wants to check in with Bordley and Lurgo and make sure they're okay, so I could do that as well.
Yeah. So we have a lot of people we have to reach out to, and yeah, we'll keep practicing this spell and see who gets back to us.
Okay, you can tell she's trying to put on a brave face and be happy to kind of reflect the caregiving that you're offering her, but
Mm-hmm.
deep down she's just so fucking sad.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of just embraces you with a hug, and you just sense some tears coming out. You've been
Mm-hmm.
with Charlotte enough now to know. But eventually she'll come to and probably go down for breakfast with the rest of the guys.
Mhm.
Okay. Azalea, when before you are head out, Charlotte heads out ahead of you. The echoes of the words of that rhyme draw you back towards the window.
Mhm.
Your eyes stretch out across the distance toward the horizon, and the black line of what you know is the Krakentide Maelstrom off into the east. Periodically, the tiny dots of flashes, sure to be strikes of lightning. Even though the sound may not truly reach here, you swear you could hear it inside your head. And for the briefest of moments, your eyes flare into that deep, stormy purple, and electricity crosses them before you actually turn and walk out of the room. You can hear, no, you can feel the call of the ocean. And then you head downstairs. What are the rest of you doing? We haven't heard anything from Lady Cardia. Lady Cardia would be, at this point, probably, since you don't meditate, you would literally actually just be waking up.
Yeah. She would just kind of, because everybody else is meditating.
Well,
She the only one waking up.
so a good portion of this group is elves. So elves
Right.
they only basically rest for 4 hours of the 8 hours still required for a long rest kind of deal. So yeah, so they would be probably the earliest ones up.
That's fair. Lady would kind of, waddle on downstairs, and every time she wakes up, she always has these like 4 feathers on one side that like stick kind of straight up. So as she's walking down, she's just kind of preening them down. And is everybody else downstairs already? I'm assuming because you were awake. Yeah, okay. So she would like notice that everybody's awake, and obviously this is a dynamic that everybody might be used to at this point, since she is usually the late riser, but for some reason every time she does not want to admit it. So she walks downstairs and kind of sees everybody milling about and awake, and quickly puts down her feathers and lets out a stretch and just, I love mornings, love getting started early, getting stuff done. I was upstairs organizing my herbs all morning. Got, I don't know, 3 hours of sleep, maybe. Feel great though, so no big deal. What about you guys? Have you been up for long?
Yes, I usually get up before the sun does, so I don't mind sitting around.
Same. I just decided to let the sun win today. You know what I mean?
Definitely, I do. Yes.
What are you doing now?
Honestly, I was just sitting, waiting for see what everybody else was doing.
Oh, cool. And she just starts
Yeah.
like swinging her. She sits down next to you and just swings her legs. Kind of boring, just waiting for everybody.
Yeah, it's I like to people watch, so I just see if I can make up things and see if they're right about the people that come in and leave.
Ooh, did you see anybody cool this morning or dangerous looking?
Well, they all have that little bit of they could be dangerous, you know, but
Mm.
I feel like when I'm alone, I put off enough of a vibe that most of those people don't look at me more than once, even if I'm staring at them while they're going about their day. So, there was this one guy though. He was here like he was leaving when I was getting up, and so he either like fell asleep here or I don't know. I made up a whole story for him, but it was a while ago now.
Oh, okay. Let me know if you need any pens or parchment to ever write stories down. I was actually organizing those this morning. I don't know why I said actually organizing those this morning. That was weird. And she looks around, and who would be down there still? Yeah, are you down here? Your little hand, you're so
I was
cute.
sitting with Edie.
She literally like looks past Edie just a little bit and is like, oh my gosh, I am just so sorry. This is so rude of me. I didn't even see you there. Okay, hold on. And she kind of gets up and like waddles back super quickly, and then she waddles back in and she's like, I've been up for a long time. Oh, hey, you're both here. It's so good to see both of you who I saw the whole time that I was here. Good morning.
Morning, lady.
How did you sleep?
I had a dream.
Oh,
Ooh.
that must have been a good dream. It was quite the thinker. What was it about?
Pause.
I want to know what the damn dream's about.
Oh no!
Pause. Let's find out what that dream was about, shall we?
Wait, what?
Let's find out what that dream was about.
Ow!
Let's do that right now. Okay. And I'm going to let you guys completely narrate this since you wrote it. So I'm giving the stage 100% to the two of you. So everyone say hello to, let's see. Turn this on. To Dream Illyria.
What?
Whoa. Who dat, yo?
What? I miss you.
So thanks, Riley. That was a perfect segue into this dream. I couldn't
Were
have
you just
asked
sitting
for
there
a
like
better
yes.
setup than that. So
You're
if you
welcome.
don't have an inspiration, get it. Even though you didn't mean it, this is the perfect
Nice.
setup.
I'm just inspiring by existing. I get it.
So consider
it.
this interlude as the narration given by Illythia of her dream last night. So I believe, Illythia, why don't you set the stage for us?
Matt, did you see what I wrote in the document?
Yeah?
Did you see the words I put down?
What's the matter with them?
It was not a good description. I'm so stressed. Okay.
You can do it,
It's
babe.
fine. It is
We
perfect.
believe in you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
I'm not
is.
a
It
writer.
will be.
Okay.
Describe to us what you see,
Okay.
what they see.
Okay. So, okay, this is stressful. Okay. I don't know where to
It's
start.
perfectly fine.
Why
It's
did you
fine.
do
This
this
is
to me,
fine.
Matt?
Everything's fine.
I
Matt,
think
we're
that's a good
fighting now.
description. Good, keep that
Should
energy.
I just read it as I wrote it down?
If that's easier for you, you can.
Okay, no.
Hey, this is your fantasy.
Do you-
This is your
do you-
dream.
Do you
Right.
want me to describe what I see?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, because I did write it from your perspective. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that
okay.
is true. You did do it that way.
I did.
So if you would
Okay.
like,
I don't
Go
think I
ahead
would
and
do it
aim it.
better than you, but if you want, I could do it.
You're gonna
Okay.
do so much better than me, I believe.
I don't know
it's
about that.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It really is fine.
Illyria opens her eyes and it's all black. Can't see anything. She looks around, just black. It's almost like she's blind. But she can tell that she's not because in the distance she could see something like a red light. And she decides to follow it because there's nothing else around. And the closer she gets, she notices that it's Alithia. And she's sitting on the
I'll
ground.
add to this to help
Okay.
her. You see Alithia in this darkness, the red spot in the middle of the black surrounding you. But you are also struck by a coppery metallic scent.
Mm.
Something that you have smelled many times before on the island, having been a hunter and having to survive in the wilds. It's the smell of blood. And as you approach, you can actually see that she's surrounded by it. There's a pool gathered around her on the ground, and her weapon is dripping with it. Other than that, it's still darkness. And you can see as if there was light. It's as if that's all that exists in the world in front of you.
Valeria, you're not supposed to be here.
Alithia? Is this one of your dreams? Why are you covered in blood? Are you okay? And Illyria kneels down to help Alithia. She puts her hand out.
Alithia will put her hand up. I'm fine. Never better. She will get up and step away from Valeria.
Illyria will stand up too, but she won't move any closer. You don't look fine. Whatever it is, you can tell me.
You should see the other guy.
Illyria can see on Alithia's face, she's not hiding it very well, that she's feeling some sort of guilt or something. She's very angry. Is that what's upsetting you? Did you hurt someone? Whatever it is, I'm sure you had a good reason. Alithia, I just...
How would you know, Valeria? And Alithia will take a step towards Valeria, and that blood that had gathered around her hand and the weapon will like drip down into the darkness below.
This is gonna take Illyria off guard from the way that she's approaching her. And impulsively, she's gonna go to take a step back, but stop herself and try and hold firm to match Alithia's energy, but her face will betray her. She's definitely intimidated and nervous. How would I know? How would you know? You're the one with no memories. And I know you better than you think. Just tell me what's going on.
Alethea will take another step towards Ilaria. But no, she's definitely trying to intimidate or scare Ilaria. You don't know what I did. I heard Lee. I cut off her wings and left her to die because I was too much of a coward to face the consequences of my actions.
I don't know what you think you did, but I'm sure there's more to the story. And what's so wrong with being a coward? You don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay to show weakness. It doesn't make you any less of a protector.
Maybe it's okay for you to show weakness. I can't afford to have weaknesses.
Self-sabotage doesn't look good on you, Alethea.
I'm self-sabotaging? At least I didn't play house with dead people.
That definitely is going to catch Illyria off guard. But she's going to step closer to show that she's not afraid. At least I can remember them. And aware of the hurtful words that she's said, she's going to ignore that. And you know what your problem is? You're too stubborn to let anyone in.
I let you in. Look how that turned out.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It is a bad thing. Everyone I've let in, I've hurt or let die.
If you're trying to push me away, know that it won't work.
Just let me go.
No.
So, when you say that, you can feel it rather than see it. You can see, you can see Alethea, and this is from Illyria's point of view. You can see Alethea is kind of fading out of sight from you, but you can feel like there's a distance growing in the darkness before she disappears. Almost as if the sound of the dripping of the blood and her labored breathing from the strain and stress of the moment, it becomes more of a faint echo as it stretches off into the distance. And Illyria, somewhere else, you awaken. You can feel the hot sting of tears on your cheeks from the experience. And when Alethea, when you awaken, when you come out of that state of meditation, you can smell two things. You can smell the acrid scent of brimstone, a memory that, while is not all that clear in your mind, it still comes to you from as though through a fog, is still very, very familiar. Secondly, you can smell blood. Now we cheerfully cut right back into that moment after after Lady Cardia says, "So what was your dream about?"
I talked to Ilaria.
You talked to Ilaria, and just for context, because I haven't been here the last few weeks, Lady has been so sad about Illyria being gone that she's just been inconsolably away and quiet. So she's very kind of interrupts you and is just like, "Oh my god, you spoke to Illyria? Was it real Illyria? Was it a dream Illyria? How was she? Either in real life or even dream her. How was she?"
I'm not sure if it was really her.
Okay. I'm sorry. I interrupted. What'd you do in the dream? Did you guys like hang out and have tea together, or like watch movies, like a sleepover?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. And lady grabs her book out of her patch. She's like, okay, so I was gonna tell Illyria this when she was here, but and she just gets really sad and is like, but you know, she's uh maybe who knows, but I think because you dreamed about her and it seemed like it was such a positive and nice dream about friends hanging out and loving each other, like maybe that means that she's okay for sure. And she opens part of her book and you can see there is a place that says the epic love story of Shards, which is the working title of her new book, and it says the end of that one. And then this one over here, this is the new one I'm working on, and it just says BFFs forever, and it says bye Lady Cardea, and then in like a new pen ink, like it was added later, and Illyria, last name unknown. And she just shows it to you. She's like, so if you ever want to hang out at some point and we can talk about you said you had a sleepover in your dream?
Definitely.
Okay, if you ever want to hang out and we could talk about maybe maybe we have time this morning, maybe not, but we could talk about what your sleepover was like. What'd you guys talk about? Did you I just miss her so much. Did you guys like eat snacks?
I got a 10 for my insight check on Ellie. I'm gonna assume that that's not great, but I just want people to know that I did roll.
You want me to make a deception check? I'm gonna make one.
That's fair. Lady
Nah.
hasn't
Rolled a
suspected a
natural
thing.
20.
Oh god damn.
So
And Lady
sorry
doesn't
about
think a
that.
thing.
Not great.
Good thing Edie's wondering, because Lady is over here just like, you did? That's crazy that I guessed that you guys had a sleepover, and you did. That's really wild. That is so
and
crazy.
you had tea? I'm on a roll this morning. God.
And so she kind of just stows her book away and and is just kind of sitting there again and does kind of look at her with like a suspicious face. And she looks closer, almost like she feels like you're lying. And then just asks, how many other dreams have you had about Illyria that you've kept from us?
I've had 2.
And she just stands up and she's so mad. She goes, and she hasn't visited me in a dream once. I really thought that we were going to have this special thing, this connection that went over time and space. But I guess if one of us is having dreams about her, that's good enough. What was your other dream about?
I'm not sure if I'll see her again. Maybe she'll visit you next, you know.
That'd be nice. And she kind of looks into her book and is like, Illyria, if you're anywhere, please come visit me soon, and closes it and says, sometimes I just like to make little wishes in my book because then maybe they'll come true or they'll be like absorbed into the pages for inspiration for later.
Right.
Really wish Lady would ask more questions, but again, she's just really stoked about the Illyria part and can't think about it. She's like, oh my god, wait a second, where's Oz and Shar? And then quickly turns back and is like, or should we let them sleep in this morning?
They probably had a rough night, you know.
Wait a second. And Lady looks up. What do you mean by rough night? Are we thinking the same kind of rough night?
I don't know, like Charlotte came to my room and then, you know. I don't
Lady's like-
remember what they talked about, but I think she went to bed pretty late, so.
And Lady like puts up a finger and just kind of opens and zones out from you guys for a second. She has some thoughts to write down.
So do you want to start drinking now, Illyria? Do you want to? Should we have an ale? I feel like yes. All right, I'm gonna just go and I'll go get one. I'll get 2, one for me, one for Ellie.
I don't think Ellie has ever had ale.
Yeah.
Or she wouldn't know it.
I
love memory loss.
And Idio come back, and while Cardia is writing in her thing, actually, I'm gonna assume since Edie has been around Lady so much, Edie would have just gone up and gotten her food to like put back on the table in front of her. So she'd just come back with drinks for me, Ellie, and then a plate of food. And she'll drop it. Drink in front of Ellie, food in the middle. Excuse me, and sits down. All right. So did we decide? Are we waiting for Charlotte or?
I think at
Hold
this-
on, wait. Lady, did you have dreams? You've been. Where is that thing? Are you still wearing it? What's going on?
I wear lots of stuff because I wear clothes. Which thing in particular are you talking about?
This special thing that the orange slice. A butterfly orange slice.
Butterfly orange.
That's that thing. I'm freaking sorry. That's how I have it saved in Hannah's memory. That's not canon for Edie. Poor things. That piece of rock that your mom gave you.
Okay. I was like, I think that's what she's talking about, that I talked to my mom through. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was
Yes.
like, but I've never thought of it as an orange slice. So now I know that. She was like,
Butterfly orange slice. I apologize. The ADHD is high today.
it's okay. You started with some ale pretty early this morning, so it's understandable.
I have been here for a few hours. That's true.
I have like a little extra bag that's inside one of my other bags that has all my special stuff. So it has that, and then it has the little wooden carvings of me and my family.
All right. I don't know. I'm worried about it. I keep thinking about it, and I just want to make sure that you're all set with it.
I'm pretty sure she actually gets kind of like weirdly defensive about it. I'm pretty sure that it is fine, and it is it's part of my like family's history, and I'm pretty sure that it's fine because why would it? It's from my parents and from my family, so I'm sure it's fine. I have looked at it a lot. Okay, so it's fine.
I don't want you to be getting the dreams that I got from it. That's all I was asking.
And Matt, what do you think? Have I had any dreams while I've been away?
I could say that yes, you have.
Anything
Ever
important or
since-
some bullshit you want me to make up?
No. It's important bullshit. How's that?
Okay,
But you don't have to make
important
up.
bullshit.
But throughout this time, the lady has been steadily having more and more dreams that feel like suppressed memories about
Oh my God.
that fateful night. You at first it's just kind of like the distant sounds of yelling and screaming, like you can hear the voices of your parents in panic. And
This is such good breakfast conversation. Honestly, top to bottom, A+. We're having such a good
Well,
breakfast right now.
Riley hasn't
That's
been
my
here in a couple
fault.
of games, so I have a lot
No,
to
I
make
know.
up
I'm just
for.
laughing my ass off. My emotions are still being fucking wrecked from
So I'm
Ella and
gonna-
Illyria
I'm just
over
gonna,
here.
like-
So whatever, it's
We're just
fine.
gonna like lore dump right out. Like here's like 3 or 4 games worth of stuff. Bleh.
Yep.
So, so yeah, you have been, and you can kind of chalk this up to like, PTSD. So your memories have been kind of suppressed because of the trauma for, a long time, which is almost kind of plays into the way that you specifically play Lady Cardia. Your Lady Cardia is very bright, cheery, always in a good mood, unless somebody yells at her and is a jerk, which puts
Who's
her off
that?
her game. But in general, she is that bright soul that everyone kind of turns to when they need something uplifting. But because of like recent events, and I think the first time it would have been triggered is when you received that crate from your aunt and Tressa. And like memories of your parents, even though it had been like right around 10 years ago at this point when this happened, it's the memories of your parents that kind of come flooding back. In that time, your family, your next of kin, in this case like your aunt and your Uncle Hahulin and things like that, kind of shielded you, took care of you. It was your Uncle Hahulin who sent you, or rather brought you to Strixhaven. By the way, I would like to just point out that I'm very much enjoying the face that you're making right now, Riley.
There's so much happening in my brain and in this right now.
So he brought you to Strixhaven as a means to not only first and foremost give you formal training and a better life, but to kind of distance yourself from Sunholt, where you're actually from, just because the memories are still there, and you being one of like 3 survivors of the fire, it would be better to take you away from that. So he he pretty much like helped raise you up the rest of the way. I mean, you were pretty much almost full, a grown person. You're your teens when all this happened. So you were basically forced to be an adult early. But ever since things have been happening and changing, like the box arriving, all leading all the way up into the wanted posters being put up looking for you. You've been having kind of like dream flashbacks. A lot of the memories that you had suppressed have been returning, and it's it's been coming back in dreams. So it's kind of like a PTSD reaction. But the latest dream that you had, you can remember the more and more of that night where the fire had already been all around you. Your home was already fully consumed. You remember your mother waking you up, and you could see your father laying there across the room, just kind of motionless, and she's like waking you up, trying to drag you out of bed and telling you to we must go, no time to explain, let's go. And you remember in this latest dream, as you were trying to escape, a shadowy form barring the way, something that it's just indescript. Like, it's just a shadow. You know that there is a presence of somebody there, but your brain is just not letting you see any of those details. And your mother instinctively forcing you behind her. And without actually looking at you, she just tells you, run. This isn't your fight. And you remember fleeing in a panic, listening to your mother's words as she squared off against whatever this was. So that was the last dream that you had.
She's
And you're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, thank you so much. Or you didn't really give me much to work with, so I'm not sure where to go from here. No, I'm just kidding.
Welcome to PTSD flashbacks.
Literally, I haven't been here a session or two. What happened, Matt? The course of your life has been forever changed by a dreaming orange slice.
It's the meanest orange slice anybody's ever had.
Damn.
I had games to make up for. Damn it.
Yeah, so after being asked about her dreams, she kind of, like, because she's writing in her journal, and you see her, like, for just a second, it's like, oh, how are your dreams? And she kind of stops and then just kind of quickly keeps going, oh, dreams. Nothing too much about dreams. We've all got dreams, right? Like when I was younger, I really dreamed that one day I would go to some like really big kingdom castle somewhere, and I'd be their medic and healer. And that's a big dream of mine, I think, still to this day. But I also think that there's a lot less access to people who honestly need more care when you're just doing with people at the kingdoms. And so that's a dream of mine. What's your dream? What do you want to be?
Normally I don't dream, but my insight was a 17. So
Oh yeah, well watch this deception roll. That's gonna be really good. Watch this.
I hope so, baby.
Watch this. Where's deception? Oh my goddamn thing. There it is. Watch this. Did it work? Oh,
Deception
I
of
accidentally rolled
14.
twice, but it was 14.
Wait,
Actually,
yeah,
it was super
7.
close. Oh, it was the 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
first
was
one was
super
7.
close.
Oh. Do I catch the pause that before she launches into her lady thing? I just want to know if I catch it.
Yeah, because I rolled bad.
Okay, cool. Lit. All right. It is just like doesn't say anything. Then she goes, I don't normally dream, but I didn't have good dreams when I had them recently, so I just wanted to see if it was alright. That's all.
Just nothing, normal dreams over here. Again, just dreams of healing kings. Almost right. Dreams kings, dreams kings.
Alright.
Poor lady, nothing to see here.
No, don't even look at me. Dreams kings, dreams kings.
I'm good. Ooh, hey, Sin. But so.
And lady kind of quickly just stands up and is like, day's burning, day's burning. We don't want to burn that midnight oil in our candles, because we'll run out of candles. So I feel like it's time to get the day going. No more dreams talks. That's for sleep time. It's daytime.
All right. Well, we're waiting for the lovebirds from upstairs, so.
And at this point, they enter the room.
All right, lovebirds, come on down. It's time for breakfast.
Charlotte is shit at hiding her emotions, so you can clearly see she's very upset. So
today is not a good day. What is going on here?
I told you, lady, a rough night. I had a rough night.
We were talking about different rough nights, and she opens her book really quickly and just starts like scratching out a few parts. Talk about different rough nights, okay?
Are you alright, Charlotte?
me? She kind of looks around over her shoulder as if you're talking to somebody else. Yeah, I'm fine. Of course, she's not.
And lady is actually going to look to Azalea, kind of with a look that's like, should we ask? Should we move on? Yes, no.
Muted again.
You're muted. Come back.
She doesn't really want
Sorry.
to talk to us.
I know. What the hell? We're having characters having a rough game and having a rough tech day.
Seriously.
Yeah, so I would Oz would definitely give like a side glance and kind of like a quick nod to kind of affirm lady that yeah, like maybe we can mention it, but not like, I don't give her like a hard yes, let's talk about this. little subtlety.
Sure. And she kind of like puts a little feather on your hand and is like, "You're very bad at hiding how you feel, but we can not talk about it, or we could talk about it." And she gives Oz a look like, "I nailed that. I know."
You make it so hard to stay in character. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I hate you. Oh god. Yeah. She just pause and think about it, and she kind of looks down. No, I'm probably honestly I'm probably just overreacting a little bit. I tried to reach out to an old friend and well, didn't get a response. So yeah, that's it. But there are more important things going on right now, and that's fine. So we can just
Like,
focus on
Wait,
those.
what?
Like, didn't respond, they are dead, or they ghosted you?
I hope they're not dead.
Lady gives you a look that's like, nope. Yeah.
So
What?
they ignored
Well-
you?
What the fuck?
Oh, there's really three possibilities. The first one, yeah, you're right. They might be dead. The second one is that if they're on a different plane of existence to the material plane, there's around a 5% chance that the spell can fail. And the final one is they just chose to ignore me, which honestly, in some ways, is probably the most heartbreaking one.
Which one do you think it is? Do you need me to fight him? Do you need me to kill him?
No,
Honestly, Illyria, I'm going to put a pin in this. We'll come back to it later if we need to.
well, when I sent the same spell yesterday to Illyria, she confirmed that he was alive. So unless he's had a really bad
The lady's
series
like,
of
I'm sorry.
unfortunate
I just, oh my God. I know. I'm so sorry to interrupt. What did you just say? That Illyria's alive?
Illyria's alive, and
Oh my God. I just didn't, I didn't know. And she opens up her book and starts scribbling more underneath the Illyria BFF section. And it's just like, oh my God, I'm so really, oh my God. Okay, I'm so sorry, Charlotte. This was like a really serious moment, and I'm so sorry about that. Continue. I just have to write some
No.
stuff down real quick. I'm so sorry. I love you.
no, it's good news. It's good news that she's alive. But she confirmed to me that an old friend of mine was also alive. So what I was going to say was, unless he's had a really bad series of unfortunate events, then I think he's probably just chosen to ignore me. But I don't know why. I don't know. Before you guys, he was the most important person to me in my life. So for him not to respond is quite a low blow. And I'm taking it quite badly. That's all. But we've got stuff to do. We've got a friend to find. We've got Azalea's father to find. We need to keep you safe. And she looks at Lady Cardia. And a whole host of things. We need to try and get Ellie her memories back. And honestly, getting a response from Sebastian is probably the bottom of that list. So it's fine. It's okay.
Hear me out. If you don't want to do this, I understand. We could move on and it'll be super great. But what if I called him? It's like, hello, I have this is an important message for you. Please respond super quickly. Limited time offer. And then see if he responds to that.
Maybe. I mean, I appreciate the offer. I honestly don't think, if I'm right and he's chosen to ignore me on purpose, that provoking him will be the right course of action. So for now, we'll just leave it, but maybe in the future. And
All right, just keep it for later. It's always an option.
I think so. Thank you, though. Gives you a genuine smile, which you've
And
only seen fake ones since she's walked in because she's been trying to put on a facade and failing.
that makes her just like immediately just give you like the biggest squeeze ever. Just like, oh yeah, that's the Charlotte smile that I know. And she's like trying really hard to like big squeeze you, by the way. Like the kind that like makes people like, ugh, I can't breathe. I think you
do.
can breathe.
I think you,
Oh wait, no, I'm strong as fuck. I
yeah, no,
always
you do. You
forget.
hear like a crack of a bone. You hear like a crack of a bone.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. She like puts you down and kind of like
Look, if I meant to fulfill this oath that I made to you, I can't have broken bones, lady. I've got to be.
You're so cute. You just got the cutest smile in the world. Have you guys ever heard? This is a term. And Witherbloom. Have you ever heard of cute aggression? And it's where you see something that is so cute, you just want to squeeze it.
I have. I think it comes up with a picture of you when you look it up in the dictionary.
She literally goes to like hug you again, and then stops herself and is like, "I just want to squeeze him. So cute, Charlotte." Okay.
You have to say
And
it
she kind of
right.
like,
Charlotte, I want to hug you.
You've already broken my humerus, and there was nothing funny about that. So let's
the
not do
lady
that.
does not get it and is like, "Did I seriously break something? What did I break? Let me get some herbs for this. They're upstairs in my room. Just hold on one second."
No, you'll be fine. It's fine. I'd know if it was broken, but something did click, which kind of scares me a little bit. But I'm sure it's fine. It's fine.
So nothing's broken. What bone did you say was broken?
There's a bone in your arm called the humerus.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about that one. Is that just an elf bone?
I'm not genned up on my owlin anatomy, but I'm pretty sure most humanoid creatures will have one.
I kind of failed that class, and then we haven't been to school since, so I don't think I've learned it yet.
Bet.
All right. So what do we do today? Are we just gonna take on the world?
I mean, it seems that way without even trying at the minute.
I know it really does.
What? I mean, we found Lee. We're waiting on her answer. We asked her if she wanted to stay with us permanently. She said she'd get back to us today. So we've got that to look forward to. Apart from that, we could actively start seeking out some type of transportation to take us to the Kraken-tiled Maelstrom. If that's what you want to do, Oz.
Well, it is something we do need to get to, and you can hear the hesitance and the reluctancy in her voice about moving forward with this, even though she knows we have to.
Do you think you could trust the harbor master to try and get us passage on another ship or something like that?
Oz smirks and she goes, "Charlotte, if you have to ask if you can trust somebody in the Isles, you've already answered your own question. But I'm willing to take any chances we have at this point. Kind of all we have."
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's going to help us, it's probably her, right? She's
I agree.
clearly very knowledgeable. Would it? I mean, we don't really have the knowledge of running a ship ourselves, right? So we'd have to kind of do what we did with the Wyvern's Wake and just kind of
Find a
come
crew,
on as
yeah.
cargo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we can definitely do in the Isles and in port today.
Okay. And Alethea?
Charlotte.
I know that was a lot for you yesterday. There was a lot disclosed about your past. Is there anything you want to do in particular today, apart from scream? Because I would probably join you on that one.
Screaming would be great, but I don't know. I'd love to get into a fight. No, organized fighting. But only if we have time. If we don't have time, it can wait.
You want to find like a fighting pit, or you want to fight me, or?
I'm quite angry, Charlotte. So I do not wish to fight you.
You want like a bare knuckle fight, or?
I think that, yes, maybe that would be fun.
It's the Isles. We can find you something, and it'll be worth it.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. So, what did you get me Edie, what is this?
Oh, it's just ale. It's just ale. Honestly, something just to take your. It's just bad enough that it takes your mind off of a bunch of other things. So I figured it might be helpful.
Right. Take a sip. Do I like it? No, everyone's frozen for me.
Hello?
No.
Hello.
So
Hello?
weird.
We're here.
Is it better?
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's
And
the
yeah, nothing's
alcohol, it's
frozen
the
for me,
ale.
so
Great.
It fucked you up.
Giving you brain fog.
Please, immediately drunk. One sip.
What about you, Edie? Anything in particular you want to do?
Not, not particularly. Although fighting does not sound like a bad idea. It's been a long few weeks.
Is it? I mean, I don't want to be rude, but is it safe for you to like do like a bare knuckle fight?
I don't know, but I was figuring if I could fight anywhere, I could probably fight here in this place.
Okay. I don't want anybody to like take you away because you're like a were tiger or whatever.
That's true.
you see Lee coming down the stairs at this point,
Uh-oh.
Oh goodness.
and she's
Hey, baby.
she comes out, and she's leading somebody who's, as he's coming down the stairs, is like he's stretching. Oh. And she has there's no real emotion on her face or anything like that. Not like she sees you all, but sometimes you see two people coming down or out of a room or something like that. You're like, oh, and you expect some kind of response. No, this is as normal to her as like she had breakfast, but she walks over to your table and she just kind of whispers something to the man behind her. Tall, good-looking human
Of course.
who heads over to another table by himself, who is then joined by a couple of people that he clearly recognizes. They sit down next to him. They're dressed in the manner of, they're clearly sailors, but they also have the demeanor and mannerisms of adventurers. Like, they are equipped as such, and they're not just your run-of-the-mill, we just move cargo back and forth. And Lee comes over. May I join you?
Of course.
She pulls up a chair.
Who are your friends?
I wouldn't exactly call him friend, but well, let's just say I'm satisfied for the day.
Right. Should have known that.
He's a wave chaser or dancer or something. He's one of those adventuring sailors that drives into the Krakentide maelstrom looking for treasure and adventure, and he's a treasure hunter.
People sail into that on purpose?
Yes, there's actually, from what I understand, there is a league, a guild, or something.
Sounds just like exactly what we need.
Yeah.
You need? Wait, going into the maelstrom?
She looks at us.
Well, Lee, you know about everything we've been trying to search for with my father. I mean, a
Oh.
likely place to lead us.
Oh. So you are going.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can't actually let my friends go alone. Ran away from you once, so I guess I'm going to go with you. Would you like me to introduce you to breakfast?
I mean,
Uh,
if you feel like you have to play with your food, but don't feel like you have to for our benefit.
I like where your head's going, Edie.
Mm-mm.
But no, it's no bother. He's, from what I understand by reputation, he is a man of his word. So if any bargain struck, he's certainly going to keep to the letter of it. So. And she turns in her seat towards the small group that's now starting to gather. And you can see right away the captain of the ship, the man that she came downstairs with. Instantly they catch each other's eyes. And she says, Gareth, dear, would you join us at the table? We have some people interested in potentially hiring your ship. Oh, absolutely. I'll be right there. Hang on one second. And he gives, gives excuses to the group that he's with, and they're kind of slapping him on the shoulders, and he's like, you hear one of them is like, that looks like the captain's already whipped, and he's like, he gets up from the table and approaches, and he takes off his tricorn hat and gives a tight bow, sharp but respectful. He says, "The name's Gareth Greygale, captain of the Wind Sprint. Heard of it?" And he raises an eyebrow. No, really? I have, Lee says. Yes, but that's because I told you last night. It doesn't matter. I have heard of it. Take a seat. I think these friends of mine have a proposition for you. And he grabs a chair from the other table and turns it around and sits on it backwards so that he's leaning on the back of it. He's resting. And he looks around the table at all of you, and he says, so, tell me a story of high adventure. What treasure are we looking for?
Azalea would kind of take the compass. I think she mostly wears it on like her neck, kind of under her cloak.
We put
So
the compass in the amber.
Right. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. So I
Sorry.
don't take I don't take it out. Thank you.
If you want it, ask for Charlotte, but sorry.
No. I would have
I'm
shown
all
it
for
to
the
him.
continuity. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. She would explain the whole concept of the compass to Gareth, and then she would I don't think she really wants to disclose more than that to him, because she doesn't really want to disclose her father. So I think she would just sort of explain the compass and say, and I might have a family treasure of my own that I'm seeking after. And just kind of smirk. Yeah. I mean, I'm from the Isles and I was born out this way, so who knows what heirlooms lie out there.
Do I know you? He says towards Azalea. You look really familiar to me.
Azalea, Charmed. Nice to meet you. I'm
Gareth.
Born and raised
Greygale.
here. She does not say her last name.
And he reaches out his hand to shake
Yeah,
it.
she would shake his hand. I was born and raised in the Isles. Spent most of my life in East Point. Maybe I've just got one of those faces you've seen before.
Not so sure about that. I mean, you don't exactly look like someone who, let's just say, with eyes that color, not quite so common around these parts.
Her cheeks would turn almost like the color of her hair. You would definitely see her being caught recently twice now with people asking, "Do I know you?"
Mm-hmm.
You can see the flesh coming out on her face.
Charlotte interrupts and says,
Yeah.
"You'd be so kind to watch that silver tongue around my girlfriend." And she pulls Felio's family out like 2 inches.
Now, there's no need for hostilities. I'm here for business and adventure, and that can just be as, little or as much as a good story. But, I mean, if she is your girlfriend, you can't deny that she has a very striking look, especially around the eyes. Seen that color before.
I'll give you that.
Besides, I am already well satisfied as he glances over at Lee, who just kind of regards him rather fairly emotionless, polite, but not exactly invested.
Yeah, it seems you're pretty renowned in these parts, and well, if the tales of the Maelstrom are true, we're gonna need someone with a bit of prestige. So, I think we found the right guy, at least.
Well, if you're looking for a fate chaser, look no more, because I have chased my fate for the better part of my life. My years have spent in youth, well, or misspent in youth, on all manner of berth and ship. I've served among the riggings and swabbed many a deck, and now I find myself captain of my own 3-mast sloop. One of the fastest, if not the fastest, you're going to find in the 4 points.
What did he call the ship?
The Wind Sprint.
Quick question, Matt. Does Azalea recognize any of the names that he's thrown out today?
Give me a history check. I'll give you advantage on it.
Cool.
Would I be allowed to give her guidance? A little pat on the back.
Sure.
Yay.
That's a
Okay.
natural 1.
Are you kidding me?
That's a natural 1. So if you didn't have...
Oh my god.
Oh wait,
Yeah, I'll
no,
take
that's
that.
right. I gave you advantage.
You gave me advantage, and now I'm
also
going to
have
roll
an-
my
You
plus
also
4.
have the D4. It's like, ouch. Like, no.
The 12 plus...
Like, yeah, you do know this guy. He's a complete asshole. That natural 1.
12 plus 4, so 16.
16.
Yeah.
The name Greygale is actually fairly well known. And more importantly, you remember from your childhood a Mr. Greygale that would show up to your mother periodically. And would leave things for her, provide things for her, like for you, and give her leave her letters.
Fuck.
Woof.
Fuck, he totally knows me. Rip.
But that was a much older man. That's not who you're looking at right now.
How old is the person I'm looking at right now, roughly?
I'd say in his mid-20s, 25 to 27.
Shit. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's probably his kid, and Azalea probably fucking knows him. That's terrifying. It's my brother. That's the third point on the compass.
Ha!
That'd just be cruel.
So tell me, what are we hunting today? Lost relic, lost love. And he kind of shoots a cheeky glance over at Charlotte.
Charlotte does the whole fake laugh into the deadpan.
Wow.
Treasures? Come on, if it's in the maelstrom, it's definitely lost at some point.
Yeah, it got lost many, many years ago. I don't know if it's ever coming back.
Oh, so it is something lost.
Yeah, someone.
Who?
You might have heard of my it's my family. It's my dad. You might have heard of him. And she kind of like
Your
doesn't. Yeah, my dad got
Was he a
lost out there.
sailor? Was he a sea captain? An adventurer on?
A little bit all the above.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got lost out there. I'm not sure if he's okay. I'm not sure if he's alive. I'm not sure if he's.
How long ago would you say he was lost?
I saw him in my dreams not that long ago.
Your dreams.
Well, yeah, he comes to me in my sleep. Don't you see your ancestors in your dreams sometimes?
Not usually. My dreams often come in the forms of beautiful women and wonderful parties and fine foods, not missing relatives.
Well, I guess maybe our family trees are a little different. I just know my dad got lost out there.
How long
he's
ago?
Probably maybe a couple of years at this point. I'm
Couple of
not
years.
for sure for certain. I don't really have much to tell you.
Does your father have a name? Is he known in the parts? I mean,
I think yeah, so
If you're going to
Oz
tell
would
him, let's just keep this quiet.
yeah, Oz would lean in and whisper, yeah, we're just we're looking for last name Nightwind.
oh, Nightwind. Nightwind. You sure?
Yes. Can you keep it down? I said it on purposely on quietly.
Couple
We're
of
going to have
people
to
at
kill this
the
guy,
table he
Ellie.
came from look over. Rutherford Nightwind.
Yeah, you've heard the name?
Yeah. Yeah, Rutherford Nightwind, the Kraken blooded. Let's see. The Lord of Storms. Oh, I don't know, any dozen other names that have passed. Your father is the Kraken blood.
Yes.
That's where I've seen your eyes. Your
maybe
father is a fucking ghost story.
fucking ghosts for sure.
Wait. Does that mean your mother is Lady Blackheart?
I think so. That's where it gets blurry for me, to be honest with
Fucking
you.
way. Come on. Are you lying? No, you're shitting. You're bullshitting. This is all bullshit. This is. And Lee kind of pipes up, like, I don't think she's joking. I don't think she's lying either. Been with them for a while now. And if Ozelia is anything, she's direct and truthful. No way. I'm in.
Well, that was easier said than done.
Are you kidding? There's no bigger legend in the 4 points than the Kraken blooded.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what we're after with him. I don't know if I want to see him dead or alive, so It's up for us to decide, I suppose.
So you're not sure, like you don't know the story. You don't know tale of the.
I know what I know, and I don't know what was my reality. There's all these legends, there's all these stories, there's all these rumors. I don't know what's a memory and what's forged from all these legends I've heard.
Back in Imbar, me and Azealia watched a play called The Storm King's Crown.
Oh
It
yeah.
seemed
Oh,
ominously true, but
no, we've had that here. I don't know how much I believe in that, but I mean, you're in the Isles now, so things are about to get real, kiddos. This isn't a play. This isn't. What do they call it? The what is it? The cursed courtship of the fates comes from the other of the other table. Yeah, the courtship of the fates. It's a tale. It's like the two ships. You have the Tempest Maker. That's the ship that belongs to your dad, and your mom is the Widow's Wish, and the two of those ships are constantly chasing each other through the maelstrom, like some fucking ghost story.
Yeah.
And I've personally known people who have seen them.
Seen them more than I ever have.
And he looks over towards second. I want to bring up your stuff. But he looks over at the table with the rest of the members of his crew at it. And he was, what is Lady Blackheart's name? And they're like, don't know. He's like, and then, one like little wiry dude is like, her name was Castellandra Freyborn, Queen of Storms. And he says it with almost like a reverence. He's like, yeah, Castellandra.
Do like the play, does Azealia like know like this like tale of her? Like, is it like something that's like well known in the Isles?
So you've heard tales. I mean, you've been gone for a while,
Yeah, for sure.
but you've heard tales of the like the dance of the two ships, the cursed courtship of the fates. And it's, I mean, you've never really heard names, just that they're, the kraken blooded,
Mhm.
or rather the kraken's blood is constantly being pursued and pursues the Lady Blackheart. So you know them by those titles.
Got it. Cool.
But it's, it is literally a love and hate relationship. Where he doesn't chase, but allows her to chase him. In other words, if he ever escapes her, it's not for long. Like it's as though like he wants her to constantly chase him, and she is constantly chasing him. But there are varying tales. Is it out of love, but it's, or is it love scorned, or people say because of the name of her ship, the Widow's Wish, that's what she wants. She's, she wants to be a widow, so that's what she's seeking. In other words, to kill him. But they were married. They were together. They served on a single ship called the Storm Chaser.
Charlotte's rifling through notes, and just as you get to that last point in your head, just vomits them all onto the table. Ozelia, I don't mean to alarm you, but the name Freeborn, that's come up before. If this woman is your mother, that means you have royal blood
Do I know it?
in your veins.
Do I know it?
Evelyn Freyborn was the first queen of Tiveria. She was the one who wrote and took the oath stone of Athamir, the legendary oath. This is
And-
massive.
Lady kind of stands up a little bit like, wait a second. Look, last time I kind of did this, I came on too strong and I understand that. So I won't come on as strong this time. But how do we know we can trust this guy?
You know I'm right here, right?
I don't care. How
Fair enough. And he
can
just
we
kinda
trust
leans
this
back.
guy?
I
And
mean,
Do
so
you want
she
me to hit
Do-
him real hard?
maybe, honestly. And she
His
looks
crew
over at
is
him,
right there.
listening again. His crew is right there, so maybe don't hit him yet. And she kind of looks again, like again, is just. So how do we know we can trust this guy? He just kind of came out of nowhere. He looks a little stinky, and it's just like,
Hey.
oh, shh, quiet, you please. We're having a private discussion. And he just comes up in here trying to throw some wrenches and some plans and send us on a little goose chase for who knows what?
He
No, you're
sniffs
right, lady.
himself, looks over at the table of his crew, and they're like,
And Lady turns back again and is just like,
uh-huh.
yeah.
I mean, the truth is we can't really, but we've got no other leads to go off of.
Oz, and she leans in super close. Do you still have those glasses that when you put them on people, you see how they feel?
It, yes. Why?
We just look, we've let a lot of people into this group and a lot of come and gone, and there's been lots of good people that we've met and seen, and then she turns again. And lots of stinky people that ended up kind of badly. I'm not sure that we should just let people into our group like this anymore. We used to have a process and an interview and everything, and now we're just like, hey, come on over to our process. And then she looks around again and is like, look, okay, last time I was the only one worried about it. I'll take us. I've learned. I know what social cues are sometimes now. I will take a step back and I will let us blindly trust this good smelling man.
Well,
I mean,
lady.
I don't trust him, so
Yeah, thank you.
Do you trust Lee, lady?
No, she was part of the problem. Remember, her and Atticus showed up. I was fucking pissed because I was like, oh my God, why are we just gonna trust these people? And all you guys were like, take a step back. And she looks at Lee and is like, I'm sorry. The truth is out. I never trusted you. I literally have been in like a deep slumber for like weeks or something. We haven't bonded yet.
No, but Alethea saved Lee's life.
Sure, her. So does that mean you trust Lee because you saved her life?
I don't know if she remembers.
Hi, God.
I might
Nobody's
be
here to
able to
help me
help.
out. You?
yeah, I might be able to help assuage your fears.
And Lady kind of turns and she like puffs up herself. She goes, you can ask Charlotte. I almost broke her ribs this morning and I'll do it the same, but to you, sir, if this is a trick.
Listen, if you want to cause me pain, let me assure you, last night there was plenty. So I'm a little worn out today. So if that's going to be the case, let's at least wait until like tomorrow. However, and Lee looks at him and says, "It's okay. Go ahead and show it." He's like, "Okay, here goes," and he just kind of like reaches back and pulls something out from his pocket, and it looks like a kind of a stack of papers like folded, and he like tosses them across the table to you. I would be careful opening those.
Examine it.
just parchment, and it's various like stages. Some of them appear to have been like water damage, some of them are like fairly clean, some of them are a bit worn and
These are
torn.
gonna be wanted posters.
Lady does not think of that at all, and is just like, why would I be careful opening them? Is there something magical about them?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, and she like takes one and is just so slowly just like and Matt, is it a wanted poster?
We'll find out in 15 minutes, because where were we? Left you off at a weird cliffhanger. It's like, you know, like
Holding a crumpled paper.
couple of like folded pieces of paper. And
So I take it and I'm just gonna a little tiny bit, just a little corner. Can I see what it is?
you see basically the bottom of like the piece that you're looking at. It's clearly the bottom of some kind of a notice. And you can just see the number 5,000 and the denomination for gold crowns. In the crowns being what the what they call gold pieces in the 4 points. Do you open it any further?
If that's the
There we go.
No, I'm not, am I?
I didn't realize you weren't actually vocalizing, but you were.
It's
your
not
mouth
just
was moving.
Caitlin.
You were like,
It's oh, I was thinking, would Lady recognize the amount wanted for herself? Is
does
that
match what was posted in Imbar?
Lady kind of like like she just folds it open, and you can see like usually when she's excitable she just wakes up whatever her feathers might like stand up on edge a little bit. This time it's like opposite. They are all like fallen and like sleek to her body, and she just closes it and gently puts it on the table, and she looks up at him and just, now I'm not sure how on earth something like this is supposed to make us trust you, but believe me, it does not make me scared of you either. So I ask you again, how
Well-
can we trust you?
He kind of shoots a look over at Lee, and Lee's just kind of like gives him a slight shrug. Well, our mutual friend, and he gestures towards Lee, mentioned that you were having a bit of trouble. So I had my crew scouring, well, at least the docks, what we could find, and go on a little scavenger hunt to collect those. Now, I could be an utter asshole and collect 5,000 gold. That goes a long way to, that buys a lot of rum. Let's just put it that way. But I'm not, because I'm not a dick. And I understand when people run afoul of the authorities, because half the time they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And I don't know who this person is that decided that you were worth 5,000 gold. But if Lee vouches for you, then you're all right in my book, and screw those people. I have more fun ways of getting 5,000 gold than to pick on somebody who, for what I can tell, is innocent.
Lady kind of starts slowly picking up the posters. She can tell that she has misread the situation, but she is not going to like show it at all. Actually, she's actually keeping it. She's getting better at when it gets serious to keeping it together, and she just picks it all up and she goes, "Yeah, well, I'd be worth a lot more than $5,000," and kind of crumples them all up and puts them in her pocket and turns toward the rest of the group and just goes, "Do what you will. I'll be keeping an eye, but I guess," and she shoots another look back, "we can work with the stinky, nice poster collector man," and kind of just waddles off the table, sitting back down, letting them and then talk to him again. But she's got her arms crossed. She's got her wings crossed over. She's not letting that drop yet.
Okay. Well, I'll chalk that up to some progress. I promise I'll do something about the smell. The crew over at the other table's like nodding all at the same time. Shut up.
If the two nicest people of the group coming at you wasn't a warning, well, you probably don't want to be talking with Edie and Alithia later on either.
Well, not
Lady
for
looks
nothing.
like she's Lady looked like she was about to say something there, and she decided not to.
A little bit of jealousy and distrust.
Edie
coming
will
from this
remember
group.
that and appreciates it a lot, lady. Thank you.
Trust me, you're in the 4 points aisles. More importantly, you are at Stormgate. A little bit of distrust and some jealousy coming from this group. That's nothing. I mean, that's rather usual. And actually, in these parts, I would actually count you as being polite. Rather well-mannered, comparatively. So, I have no problem with it. I like adventure. I'm here because, well, my family name does have some weight. And I understand when there are some things tagged onto it that might not be quite so tasteful. And as much as I like the coin, and there's plenty of it to find out there, I much prefer the legend. So if I get the chance to actually, escort the daughter of the Lord of Storms and Lady Blackheart, I mean, are you kidding me? Tagging my name onto the end of that sentence? I'm in. I'm sold.
Can someone like insight check him that just not me, who has terrible insight? Can we start rolling some insight
I
check?
would love to.
I can, yeah.
I don't trust this man
love
off
how
the
nobody-
rip, so like...
I love how nobody has actually tried to insight check him at all.
I know. Well, I'm just not playing a good insightful character, so I'm just playing my character. But
Same.
I've been
I'll
sus
give
of this
Edie
man,
some
but I don't have good
guidance.
insight.
Oh, thanks, boo.
Don't forget,
Edie just...
Riley, you
Oh,
saw
that's
that,
like
right? That
outward.
you currently have your own guidance die.
My guidance die, yeah.
Mhm. And that can, and because it's a card, I would let it stack onto, if it's you using it, if you give yourself guidance, you get 2d4.
Wow, wow,
that.
wow.
Good 27
So-
insight.
oh, Lady Mercedes of House Vestra.
Is that me?
No,
Caleb,
boo, that's me.
can you explain like that comment a little further in your, you sent me a DM. I'm not sure exactly what that's about. So
Oh, that's how you figure out that's about figuring out your stream anniversary.
thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Not related to
Appreciate it.
D&D.
Oh, I got a flash of brilliance.
Ooh, we love
Let's
that.
see, what did we have?
And proficiency
Insight
to
for
one skill.
sure.
Well, I'll roll.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ah,
Edie's rolled really well, but I'll roll it anyway. So this would be, if I had proficiency, it would be a +4 to the d20.
Prometheus, man,
I have
throwing out more packs.
Found Edie's
Dude,
die.
you are on fire.
Thank you, bro. That was a 16 from
Ooh.
Shah, but Edie got a 27.
Edie got what? A 26?
7.
27?
Yes,
From what you can
please.
tell, Edie, this guy believes his own legend. This is his truth. He literally lives for adventure. Olivia,
Alright.
what? Fuck that.
Although
guy.
Although that's me. I want to kill this man so badly.
Alithia's gone like full Percy, like there's no mercy Percy right now. She's got a list.
Yeah, she's literally like...
Man, hi, I'd
Lacking.
like to help you. I'm being genuine about it. Fuck that guy. Stab him. No way.
No.
Won't believe you.
What about the 2 goth girls this crew has collected that you would think that they would be interested in that? Okay.
So, we've collected as many of the posters as we could find. I mean, Lee's a great gal. I mean, she's amazing. And, you know, we've spent some time here. I mean, she left years ago, but at this point, but once we bumped into each other again, and Lee's like, you know, they don't need to know about any of that. Oh, okay.
An old flame.
So, when are we leaving? What time frame are we talking about?
I mean, as soon as possible, I guess.
Yeah, we do have a slight agenda to attend to in a couple of weeks, but
Yeah, and it's probably not best for us to stay in one location for too
Well,
long.
I'm gonna need at least a day because we're gonna have to stock for provisions. It's kind of a well, it's not your normal jaunt to the local islands. You're not going to be pleasure cruising or anything like that. No, we have to really stock for provisions. But yeah, my ship, she's a bit heavier than a normal 3-master, but that's only because of the brass cladding on it. Trust me, it's necessary when you're constantly being battered by storms. The sails, beautiful sails. Had them imported from the Ashkazai jungle. I have a friend who has a connection to the Quatling that lived there. You know what a Quatling is, right? No? They're like snake people. They like horns and tails and stuff. They're pretty cool. Not too many of them in the Isles, but you know, a friend of mine had connections, and we got our hands on some snake silk. So our sails, they're actually like a lamellar. So it's actually it's layered snake silk. Good luck having a gale tear those things, man.
I was going to say.
Very expensive, but you know what? There's a reason why we're still alive.
Very good. So we set sail tomorrow, you said? At dawn, or?
Give us a day. We'll head out tomorrow night. We'll set sail with the evening tide.
How much coin are we talking?
How about I get a cut of whatever we find?
Okay, what percent?
As long as you guys help. You know, this isn't a pleasure cruise.
You're
going to be expected to hold your own. I mean, there's shit out there that, you know, curl your ancestors' toes. Not to mention the Kraken itself that lives at the very heart of the maelstrom. Most people seem to forget that there's actually a Kraken out there. Hence why your dad must have made some kind of bargain or something.
something.
Yeah, his ship seems to have no problems moving around those waves. But picture this, you're pretty much 100% of the time. No, I can't say 100% of the time. I'd say about 90% of the time you're going to be on 20, 30, 50 foot swells, you know, cresting over, you know, giant waves, all while rain and wind and hail, sleet, fire. There's magic out there battering you from every direction. You find yourself on calm seas in the maelstrom and in bright sunny skies. It's probably because you're dead and you found your way to some kind of heaven. So you know, I say we'd probably take our journey. We'll cut east and then cut north around the Widow's Peaks, the Widow's Walk. For obvious reasons. you know, and we can head across the northern coast. It's easiest that way, but if we're going to take that journey, we're basically going to be following the Tempest's tide and working our way around the outskirts of the Maelstrom. Any deeper than that, though, and yeah, things are gonna change.
So are you talking about like what, a 10% cut of the treasure, or?
Well, you'll get a share. Any money that's found, you'll get a share. Crew's got to get paid.
No, I'm sorry. I think will be the other way around. If there's anything that we do and we take care of it, then I'm sure you will be getting a share, and we will also pay your crew because they're crewing for us. But the only people that I am sure are competent and capable are the women that are sitting at this table. So, if you would like to stop speaking like you're going to pull something over on us, I would love to actually hammer out an actual business deal so we can get on going to wherever the fuck we need to go. And you will be lucky to come with us if you do. So,
Getting a lot of
shall I have
hostility.
Lee iron this out? Oh, well then.
Why? Why such hostility? You aren't hiring us or partnering with us. You're using us for our expertise. The number of times that I've been in and out of that maelstrom, lost count. And when it comes to hiring us as a crew, you're not hiring a bunch of just sailors. We don't employ those kinds of well, just sailors don't go out onto the maelstrom. Well-adjusted people don't go out on that sea. However, that being
What about us
said,
makes you think we're well adjusted?
why do you think I'm willing to take you along? You have to remember, and this is no disrespect to you, the people that I trust are on that ship because they know how to survive out on that sea. I guarantee you, without my crew, you wouldn't survive at all. Well, she might. He points over to Azalea. It's like, but she's got connections inside. So, I mean, there's that. But we aren't coming at this from, let's just say, every person on that ship that pulls a rope, that swabs a deck, can probably do things like toss a fireball or cast healing spells or navigate without sight. We're all adventurers. And no disrespect, but I can tell you, you guys aren't going to do anything alone out on those waters. Sure, if you disembark, anything that you deal with off our ship, fine with that. But if anything happens on the ship, it's a fair share. Equal share to everyone.
I look over at... I make a point now to look over at Oz and give you the final say.
It's not like you'd expect out there, ED. And with all due respect, you don't seem like you liked our first journey and voyage here. This is much, much more dangerous than that. And I think this is the safest bet.
All right, very well.
Is there anything you need from us in the meantime?
No. If you've got loved ones that you want to make sure you say goodbye to, just in case, maybe get your wills in order.
I mean, we're all pretty much low on loved ones at the moment.
Oh,
Sure, we'll be fine with each other, though.
Well, once you've ridden on the deck of our ship once, you're like family. You go in there and you come back out alive. There'll be glasses raised in your name, and your name will be etched in the history of the Grey Gale family. So yeah, we'll be your family. But if you don't come back, we'll make sure that you're mourned. Like I said, I am being serious. If there are anyone alive that you want to know, we can arrange that letters be sent if you don't return.
Very well. Well, I guess we'll try and prepare ourselves as best as we can. Would you recommend any proprietors of magic goods here at Stormgate we could check out?
There are a few. Actually, your best bet is a salvage expert that I would actually send you to. And bring up his shop. Let's see. There's a half orc down on the actual shores, and he pretty much deals mostly with the Fate Chasers. That's our guild. And his name is Alder Pickering, and he's right down there, and it's Pickering Salvage and Sale. So he deals with, I mean, he has some things that, like general stuff, but he more specializes in gear and items that you might need for journeys into the Gale. So most of my crew actually have cloaks of the manta ray, which he makes. Yeah, local fishermen provide him with the materials, and our guild provides him with the other materials required to kind of create those magic items. So if you're looking for stuff like that, he's got those for sale, all over the place. So, and I do recommend them. In case you get tossed overboard, there's a better chance of us recovering you alive. But yeah, Pickering will pretty much have just about anything you need. Like I said, he's kind of a broker. I'd say he's a kind of a middleman. Treasures that we find, magic items, odd sculptures, relics, whatever. He deals in that stuff. If you're looking for anything weird, Pickering's is the place to go.
All right, we'll check it out. Thank you. Anywhere else, or that's the main guy?
That's where I'd go.
Okay.
It's pretty much a one-stop shop. If you guys need like magical components and things like that, he's pretty much, I mean, he's part of the guild. He's a fate chaser, and he's an actual fate chaser. But just an anchor accident. So don't stare at the leg.
What do I know about fate chasers?
Give me a history check. Oz, you know what the fate chasers are.
Okay. I figured.
Mm-hmm. Fate chasers are literally adventuring sailors, ships that will go hunting for things in the maelstrom. The Krakentide Maelstrom used to be its own kingdom, so there are like lost ruins under the waves. There's like shit all along the shores, and because it's constantly churning and in a storm, things wash up. Good and bad. And there are monsters, big monsters in that maelstrom. So they're all pretty much adventurers.
And they're just exclusive to the maelstrom.
Oh yeah, yep, the fate chasers. And their headquarters, their only headquarters, is in Stormgate in East Point. South Point tried to do stuff like that, but when they started encroaching on East Point's territory, the Fate Chasers were granted privateersmanships, so they've been marks of privateers. so they can actually prey on South Point's ships legally, basically legal piracy.
Wow.
I guess that depends on whose side of the sword and cannon that you're on. So,
I do have another question. I find my notes.
so what say you? Do we have an accord?
I think we do.
Sounds like.
So say you all?
Seems so.
All right. Excellent. He claps and rings his hands together. Who's off to becoming a legend? Huh? All right, guys. And he gets up and he, turns towards his crew. He's like, we have work to do, so let's get to it, shall we? And apparently, first thing I need to do is go take a bath. No, yeah, about fucking time. Like, you're funny. And they start to head towards the door. Gareth turns back. So I'll see you on the docks, sunset, and we'll leave on the hour once you get in and settled. See you tomorrow. And they head out.
Would I have enough time in that whole conversation since coming downstairs to arcane recovery?
Sure. Yep. And your history roll, what did you get? A 15, it looks like?
15, yeah. I used Prometheus's guidance to give me an extra boost.
So you remember the Storm Chasers from fantasy books as a kid. So think like, my world's version of like Treasure Island, that kind of stuff. Piracy, high seas. And the Fate Chasers are well known within that media as being like crazy adventurers and out riding the tempest tossed waves of the Krakentide maelstrom.
Perfect.
So what do we have? Let's see. Flash of Brilliance, that was for Charlotte. That's resolved. Let me just resolve the thoughts.
Yeah, this should be the how inspiring I've used from Prometheus as well.
The which one? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cards have been resolved. Thanks, Prometheus. Like dropping them cards, buying them packs, dropping them cards like nobody's business. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So, shopping trip? Is that what we're doing now? You guys going and finding stuff, or are you going to go looking for Fight Club? Or both?
Well, I think we do. I think we do. Let's find this Harfork first.
Okay.
And then we can go from there. Try and find a fighting pit for Ellie.
I like how you even drop the accent that you're using, where you're like Harfork.
Harfork.
Yep. Let's find this Harfork.
So, lady, before we leave, is like, okay, I really am glad that, and she looks to make sure that they're gone. Okay, I'm kind of glad that we ran into him at the same time. I'm glad he grabbed those wanted posters, but I'm scared there are more. I packed this and kind of forgot about it. I've never used it before, but I realized I've been carrying it around since I got to school, and I've never used my hat of disguises.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I'm not saying that I
lady.
forgot that I had it, because that would be ridiculous.
No.
That'd be so ridiculous.
You
Until
would
I
never
looked.
do that.
It's crazy because here I am. This is actually where I keep my D&D notes. Where I come along, this thing from August that's like how to disguises. So I was like, oh yeah, I did add that to my packing list.
Well, that might be handy.
It could
Welcome
be
back,
handy.
Riley.
Yeah. Look, I've been asleep for thousands of years. I'm just curious. What do you guys think? What kind of what should it turn into? How does this guy work? I can disguise self at will. Okay. What are
Mhm.
we feeling? What matches our group dynamic well? You think?
Goliath.
I don't know. You could just try and blend in as one of those feet chasers.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
What was the name you were running with before again? Can't mind it.
I just think it's time for a new name. You know,
name?
I didn't
Okay.
like that old name ever before.
That name is so in the past, right?
Yeah, it's really in the past. It's just not cool anymore. So okay, I'll turn into one of those, what'd you call them?
Yep. Feet chaser?
Fate chaser? Yeah,
Yeah, feet chaser.
sick name. All right, so who chases fates? What am I chasing after? What do I want?
Maybe you could do like well, he was called Gareth, so if you do like a female feet chaser, you could maybe do like Caitlin.
It's a really beautiful name. How about like Lynn? How about Lynn?
Lynn, that
Yeah,
works.
Lynn.
It's not as much in the mouth, no.
And I really like cats. That's my personality trait. So that'll be a good thing for me to bring up in conversation so people know I have, like a deep, rich backstory. I'll just be like, hey, it's me, Lynn. I saw my cat the other day.
Wow. I mean, look at us. We've just created that in like 30 seconds. Easy.
Yeah. Okay, great. And she's gonna put on her hat and I'm reading it. And I think it's literally just
Yeah.
if I just have it on my head. So
Yes. That is exactly how it works.
And so I explode into this average height, let's say, and I have this like beautiful pink hair that has like brown roots and red flannel out of nowhere and a black t-shirt.
It's a bathrobe.
It's a dress I'm wearing now, actually, but it looks like it's like a chaser's uniform. It's very long. Long sleeved. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful than I've ever been before. So that's who I turned into. Okay, so everybody just remember, I am Lynn.
Lynn.
So don't call me lady or call me Lady Lynn if that's easier, or LL or double L or any other nicknames you guys come up with are honestly fine.
Lynn. How about that?
I don't like that one as much, actually.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Maybe like Lily.
Miss
Alright, what
Lynn
about-
with her cat? Is that what you're saying?
That's not a good one either. And Lily likes to go shopping. So where should we go first?
Well, this Harfork gentleman is Pickering Salvage and Sale. Apparently he's down by the docks, so we can
I know where it is.
oh,
I used to
Lead the
live
way,
here,
Lee.
so this is normal. Are you ready to go now? Or, I mean,
we can go now. Let's go.
all right, that's fine by me. And she leads you out of the place, and you head down towards the docks, and you can hear the sounds of the ships and heavy cargo being moved, wagon wheels and horses. All the sounds of a prosperous dock harbor. And the fresh smell of the salt air is pretty fortifying. It's very refreshing. Crisp air, a little bit of spray and moisture. Very calming, very comfortable. You head down to the docks, which are not very calm. They're rather chaotic as workers move to and fro, sailors back and forth, cargo everywhere. But you can see the you can see the sign. There's nothing spectacular about this sign. It's just literally just a wooden sign held on by old rigging ropes that just says Pickering's Salvage and Sail. That slowly creaks in the wind. The frontage of the building is it's heavily covered and decorated with like nautical decorations. There's like above the door is an old busted ship's wheel, and there's like an anchor leaning against the corner of the building. There's like boxes of things in front of multi-paneled picture windows. The building itself is actually, the front of it doesn't look very large, but when you step inside, you can see that it actually is a deep building. So it's longer than it is wide. And there's stuff everywhere. Looks, at first glance, it looks like it might be just like a flea market or somebody's like old antique store where like, hey, we just bought like a, this farm's worth of estate sale kind of, and it's all like kind of scattered in there. But you realize that there is a certain method to the madness. Certain items and collections of things that seem to be related in some way are piled or stacked in various sections. And down towards the back, you see a bunch of small bins along the wall, like, and shelves with glass containers and things like that. And for all of you people that require components, you recognize that instantly. So there's all kinds of magical components, and there's things in glass cases. You have there's like a petrified, mummified monkey in like a glass case, kind of like sitting on something, and there's like weird shit. There's like a desiccated hand with candles for fingertips. There's like baubles, beads, glass blown pieces of art, ship models in bottles all over the place. And behind the counter you spy clearly the proprietor of the place, a grizzled half-orc that looks like he's like, his skin is leather armor at this point, and it's so weather worn and beaten up, scarred. He's got an eye patch. I mean, the guy looks like a stereotypical pirate. And you come in, and he looks up at you, and he's got a jeweler's loop in one eye, the eye patch over the other. And when he sees you, he kind of like relaxes the muscles around his eye, and the jeweler's loop drops onto a chain that he's got hanging off of his coat, his waistcoat. You can see before him as he's closing up a case that's had gemstones in it, and he closes it, locks it, puts it behind the thing. Welcome, come on in. Welcome to Pickering's salvage and sale.
Hi, you must be Older himself, is that right?
I am. Yep, that's me. Older Pickering.
Good, we came to the right place.
Old as salt on the docks. That's me, right. What can I do you for?
No, we were recommended to you by Gareth Greygale. Sure you're familiar with him?
Greygale, that bastard. He owes me quite a fair bit of coin. Cards.
Right.
He's terrible at lying.
Edie's good at cards. If you want if you want a serious scheme.
Are you now? And the eyebrow raises over the eye patched eye. He considers you.
I have some luck about me, but I haven't played a hand in a while.
Well, we've got a card game going on. 50 every 5 days. Right here. If you're interested, you don't mind losing some coin.
Never mind losing. All right. If I'm here, maybe I'll see you.
More than welcome, lass. More than welcome. Well, you're not here to play cards with me, so what brings you to my shop? There, you can see some
Well-
other people coming in, and they just kind of nod to him. He nods back, and they start heading towards, as if they know where they're going.
We're setting sail into the maelstrom tomorrow with the feet chasers.
Chasing the storms, are you? Following the clouds, following the waves.
Something like that.
Mhm.
And well, apparently you are a fine proprietor of magical goods and finds. We were hoping that we could procure some of those off of you to help our journey.
I got a fair bit of salvage, and I'll pay fair coin for anything that you bring back, if you bring anything back. More importantly, you should try and focus on bringing yourselves back. If you're going out into the gale,
I thought you were going to say that. Yes, roger that.
the Kraken's breath, not kind to anyone. Who are you going out with?
The man himself, Gareth.
Gareth, you're going out with the Grey Gale.
He
Well,
says
the
there's no one
Windsprint is
better.
is a fast ship, fine ship, inherited from his father.
Yeah.
She's
You
strong,
mentioned-
got good lines, tight sail, and a crew that's worth every penny.
He said something about the brass cladding as well. Said that'll help it.
His father put that on
Hmm.
after when he finally left. He was in service to some officer's ship long time ago. When he left, bad bit of business that. Decided to go to his own business and commissioned a ship. Stole it, commissioned. Don't know really. Don't matter at this point anyway.
You don't know. You can't remember the name of the person he worked for.
Boy doesn't talk about it that much. Even in his cups, keeps to himself. He does.
Well, I'm sure we have a long voyage to try and get that out of him. If any of these girls here are curious about it,
How long you're going for?
as long as it takes, we're trying to find something in particular. She kind of just looks at us.
Well, I wish. Well, face preserve you, lass. Face preserve. So what'll it be? What are you looking for? Cloaks?
Yeah.
Got all the manta cloaks you need. Grey
Those might be
skin
helpful.
comes in every day.
Okay, those might be good. I have a couple of spells that can help with walking on water, breathing water, but
Smart.
anything else that you've got would help. But I mean, them cloaks are kind of better than my spells because they're always there, they're always ready.
Fair bit of coin for them too. Make your deal if you buy in bulk.
Yeah. Let's do. She looks at Lee. Does Lee have anything like that going on
Like what?
in terms of, does she already have a cloak herself?
If you ask her, she's not currently wearing one, but
Okay,
You
I'll
ask
turn
her.
around and Lee, do you have a cloak while I'm trying to
I
tot up numbers
do.
here?
I do actually.
Okay, that's going to save some coin. I don't want to buy five of them because that'll be a lot, and I'm sure we'll be able to buy something else. And I've got the alter self spell if I need it. So, and I'm already wearing a cloak, so I can't really double up. You're the same, Oz. So let's do 3 cloaks.
Very good.
Three cloaks. Let's see.
No one else is wearing a cloak outside of game, are they?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yep. 3 cloaks.
Okay. So they are. Somebody roll in chat. Actually, I'm gonna roll.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
Boo.
roll. See what he's gonna get. Oh.
Choke.
Choke. Choke on your spit.
I
Not like
sell.
that. Like when you're like have to do something and you mess
I
it
know.
up.
I know.
Joke.
So there's what?
He said it.
There's 5 of you, right?
Mm.
And you're looking for how many? 2?
3.
3.
3. Who's this? I see there are 5 of you. Not counting Lee. He waves over to Lee. Elder. You're asking for 3. I sell them for 200 gold each. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
So 600 gold.
I'll give you
Yeah.
5 for 8.
Okay.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't turn nose to that. Is that okay with you guys? This is all your money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. 800 gold it is. She pulls it out and hands it over.
Right. We have an accord. Anything else?
I mean, you're going to have to tell us what you've got at that point. I don't really know what I could suggest. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a spell that could manipulate the water in some way. Do you have anything like that, like a scroll or something?
I can manipulate the water a little.
You got that covered?
Well, let me take a look. If you have any scrolls, let us know. I haven't actually used this one yet. I
We've
have
got-
control water.
I mean, for us, for our sakes, we've got things like we've got scrolls of water breathing, potions of water breathing.
Mm.
We've got a few scrolls of water walking, and I think a few for adaptation.
Okay. Well, I think with those cloaks, you can breathe and you can swim really fast.
Aye.
Mhm.
And with my spells, we should be covered as well. So I don't think we need anything else in terms of water specific things. Then it sounds like we're covered. And lady, you said you could cast that spell. That might come in handy. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
maybe prepare that once we go out to sea.
Okie dokie.
Got a
I
couple
have
of clerics for O'Mara. Works for the guild. Makes potions if you need anything for healing. Got plenty of those down the back.
Nice. I think I used my potions actually.
All the way up to greater healing.
Yeah, how many of the greater ones do you have, sir?
How many you're looking for? We'll check the inventory.
I mean, one each would be handy.
Oh, that I
So-
can cover. I guarantee.
Okay.
For those, I'll sell ya 75 a piece. Give you 50 if you buy all 5.
So 250,
Right?
right? That's perfect.
Make it
So
300. He gestures to Lee.
okay. I mean, I'll
That's
cover
6
you,
for
Lee.
you.
We've got enough. So that's with the 800 for the cloaks. That's 1100 gold pieces total. Perfect.
Got a set of clothing. Right special, actually. Thought about wearing it myself, but nah, not my style. And he reaches over, like he walks over to a rack near you guys. There's clothing on it, and it's like a multi-tiered hanger, and it's like a full set of like fine clothing. Watch this. I like showing it off. He pulls out his dagger, and it looks like a chipped shark's tooth. It's like jagged and well loved and used, but clearly sharp as a razor. And he just drags it across the across the cloth, and you just hear the zip noise of it. He cuts this like big swath in it, and you're like, watch this, and you just see like the cut. You know, it's a big open gash. It just you can see it like start to knit together.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, clothes that heal. I don't know where it though. Not like I go to many soirees, parties. Everywhere I go for a good time, there's rum and cards. A little too fancy for me.
Do you know like the magic properties inside out, or do you mind if I take a look just to ascertain them?
Ah, help yourself.
Yeah, she'll take it and she'll start up and identify.
They are clothes of mending. For all intents and purposes, they basically have like the prestidigitation property, the heal.
Mhm.
It's clothing that heals, and this is a set of fine clothes.
And how much would this fine set us back?
Well, that kind of thing. An offer. Nobody actually takes me seriously when I show it. I just like to stab her.
You want me to offer you a price?
Aye. Not exactly a purveyor of fine clothing, now am I? What I understand, this was taken off an undead sea captain somewhere out the Maelstrom.
Why?
Can you imagine? You board a ship filled with ghosts. Undead crawling around on every deck. Rotten to the core, except for this one fancy fella in a fine hat. Dapper as the day he was born, just wandering across the deck, wielding a sword. Funny thing when you think about it. Everyone else covered in barnacles. This fella.
Would you like to wear it, Oz?
I do suppose that might be a wise decision.
I think it suits you the most.
I actually don't know if I physically can add more cloaks just to like for the reference.
No, it's not a cloak, is it?
No, this is clothing. This is
Oh,
set of
okay.
fine clothes of mending.
Okay, that's different. Cool. Yeah, I knew
They
I was
just
like
auto heal basically.
okay.
But he wants us to set the price. So, how much are you willing to pay for it?
I
Normally,
mean,
a magic item of kind of this capability maybe set you back a couple of gold pieces at most. So, just to give you a little guideline.
20 gold, it's yours.
done.
There you go. I'm sad to see you go. And he cuts it one more time. Ah, that never gets old.
It's an actual item, Caitlin, that you can add.
Yeah. So you said it's called clothing of mending.
Mending, yes. Clothes of mending.
Clothes. Yeah.
Clothes of mending. Thank you.
Yeah. Real
Yeah,
item.
and everyone make sure you add a potion of greater healing to your inventory as well.
Get a lot of call for ammunition too. You're looking for that.
Ammunition.
Mostly crossbows. Bows don't do too well into the in the maelstrom, but the shorter ammunition, more direct, easier to fight on a deck of a ship. Crossbows are the way to go. Not sure if you're in the market for them, but I
Not
got
really.
plenty.
Anybody need any ammunition? No, we good.
No, not that I know of.
I do have one thing. You ever go missing a hand? Or an arm, perhaps? Come here. I'll show you. And he you realize as he comes around from behind the counter, the like that thump thud walk of somebody who's got a peg leg. And he heads back towards a little further towards the back of the store. And he goes over to an old steamer trunk. Are you ready for this? This one's kind of funny. And he unlocks it, and the cover, the lid of the trunk snaps. Old leather creaking noises with the barely oiled hinges opens up, and inside it looks like an articulated mechanical tentacle, like you would see on a squid or an octopus. You're wondering what that is? I can tell in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm curious.
And he kind of he gets up next to Charlotte, and he goes, "You ever find yourself reaching down the gullet of a shark and whoosh, he takes your arm? That's a replacement."
A replacement tentacle?
Aye. You plug
can't
that
even-
right onto the socket. And you
Can't even grip anything with it. I mean, you can coil around. I guess.
Can't grip any. Have you ever seen an octopus or a squid try to manipulate fine things? You'll do just fine with this. Except this thing. This thing. It can hold your foe. It can hold your prey. I should say, you give really good hugs. Now, I'm not about to shave off one of me limbs to try it out, but I know a feller that did.
And he has a tentacle arm?
Not anymore. He gestures down at the
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's a lovely piece of work, but I think we know where one is. So if we do have any accidents while in the maelstrom, we can come back here and pick it up.
Truth. Well, here's hoping you don't have any accidents. Whatever
No.
you do, come see me.
Yep.
Old Pickering will just fix you right up.
Old door with the tentacle arm. Perfect. I've made a note of that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're good here. I think we've done some good business.
Wait. Do you like music? Every sailor worth his salt likes music.
I do like to sing.
Anyone here play?
Don't play any
Quite.
music, no.
And he basically takes you over again to another counter. And he rummages through boxes and things like that. And he pulls out basically a concertina. Think like the little squeeze box that you see you see sailors and pirates and this here is a reveler's concertina. Or as we like to call it, the happy squeeze box. She's got magic in her. You know how to use her. You ever want your crew to dance? That'll do.
Okay. How much would this set a girl back?
Let's find out. This one might be a little bit more expensive. I'll bring this one to
It sounds like it's about to cast Otto's irresistible dance.
and it gives bards +2 to their bard spells.
Oh, that'd be nasty.
So yes, it's actually quite good. Let me see here. Una momentus. I will tell you what this one is. I think it's a D6 times. No, 1,000.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way we can afford this. Oh, to be fair,
To be fair, what?
we have a We need to sell this. We need to sell this stuff to him because we've got loads of gems.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he can.
Oh, that's right.
All right, can I get 2 people to roll a D10? So it's exclamation point D10 in the chat. Please. Let's see.
8
So we
and
got
3.
3
And
and
an 8.
8. Yep, 11,000 for that.
11,000. Okay. Do you
And you can't beat it. I mean, it's +2 to your bard spells. Means hit to hit and to resist difficulty.
Okay. Do you take? Oh, we have some gemstones from a recent excursion that we went on. Do you trade those for gold?
Of course I do. And he picks up the jeweler's loop that he has now dangling from the chain on his waistcoat.
Okay, perfect. Because, well, most of these are better off with in your hands, as it was. So we have a lot. So we have 250 gold pieces of amethyst, 100 gold pieces of chrysoberyl, 125 gold pieces of emerald, 100 pieces of garnet, 150 pieces of onyx, 200 gold pieces of pearl, 15,000 gold pieces of ruby. We might actually need that. 50 gold pieces of sapphire, 100 gold pieces of spinel. Spinel?
Mhm.
And
It's a type of
100
semi-precious gem.
and 100 gold pieces of tourmaline. I can talk.
Did you fall out of a volcano, boy? Oh,
Girl, but kind of. We were inside of one.
And you found all these gemstones?
Yes.
I was joking. You're saying you're actually inside a volcano?
The very same volcano that exists upon the Isle of Tyrants. Yes.
You've been to the Isle of Tyrants, have you?
Yeah, we sailed from Imbar.
You're not spinning a yarn.
What do you mean?
Telling tall tales.
I mean, you can probably read me like a book, sir. I am definitely not lying to you.
He squints his one good eye. Well, clearly you've got an eye for gemstones, and I've no reason to doubt you've been to the Isle of Tyrants, but we'll take a look at what you got.
Okay.
Give me how much of that do you want to sell? Do you want to trade it all?
Yeah, well, like out of game, does people know if they have any spell components coming up that are going to need some of those? Obviously, we have a diamond that I didn't tell him about.
I would keep some of the rubies because I know there are more than a few spells that require either rubies or ruby dust of a certain value. So keeping around maybe 500 gold pieces worth of ruby dust isn't a bad idea. Or rubies, rather.
Well, so it was. We've got 3 actual rubies that are worth 5,000 gold pieces each.
Or then keep one of them, I would say. Sell the other 2.
Let me top up. Let me top up the other stuff. 250, 100. We could probably trade for him for we need a bigger diamond. Is it 100 gold piece diamond for a Revivify? Or is it 300?
I think no. For Revivify, I think
3.
it's 100, isn't it? Is it 3?
No, Vela's a good cleric. She knows it's 300.
I'm not a good cleric. I'm gonna Google it now.
I think you're right. I think it is 300. So we should try and trade him for one of those.
And you're not you're not in need of the the big ones, like the resurrections and stuff. So
yeah. So let's yeah. So emerald, don't need that, I don't think. Garnet. Onyx is 150 plus 300.
yeah, Prometheus, I saw that you were breaking those cards up like crazy to get the diamonds.
So without without doing any rubies, any of the 3 rubies, and keeping the 100 gold piece diamond, we have 1,275 gold pieces worth of coin. So if we wanted actual maybe 2 300 gold piece diamonds, that would obviously set us back 600 gold. So that would leave us with 675, plus we could sell a ruby for 5k. But this was 11k for the bard item.
That's what he's asking.
I don't think we need that, honestly, because none of us.
I don't think you have a bard.
No.
No.
I was going to say, is anyone thinking of taking bard levels? But that's probably only the paladin or the sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
You thinking of getting musical honors, Caitlin?
Have stage right.
Okay, then. So we're level 7 now. We've got Great Restoration coming up as well, which takes diamond dust.
But
That's
let's
100
see.
GP.
That's 100 GP for that. Okay, so let's do.
I
Okay, so
also have a polished jet worth 250 GP.
are you
Need it.
parting
Yeah,
with
if you're looking to basically sell these gems and stuff like that and just get them out, he actually can pay you in platinum.
Okay, so with
Wow.
Alethea's jet here, and all of these things totted up, we should have about 1,525 gold pieces worth. If you have them, we'd take some. We'd take preferably 2 300 gold piece diamonds if you have those, and maybe some smaller 100 gold piece ones. Do you have them in your collection?
I would say probably. I do a lot of trade. Gemstones in the Isles. Probably your best bet. So I could say that yes, I do. Many you're looking for.
Okay, so we'll do 2 300 gold piece and then 2 100 gold piece. So that should be 800 gold pieces.
Okay.
Which if I take that off the total, that leaves 725 gold pieces that you would owe us. I'm happy to say 500 because you've already helped us with so much of the other stuff. That way you can sell on a little bit as well and make a little bit of profit. She's not trying to haggle, she's just trying to be genuine.
Yeah. So wait a minute. So what are you trying to do? You're trying to buy
2
these
300 gold piece diamonds,
right,
and 2 100 gold piece diamonds.
right.
Subtracting the value of those from the total value of our gemstones, that leaves 725 gold pieces that he would owe us. And I'm saying he can deduct that down to 500, which he should.
So you're not getting rid
theoretically.
of the rubies then?
No.
Okay. Right. Give me a persuasion check.
Uh-oh.
I guide you. I guide you.
There we go. We need that. We need that. $12.
He just smiles at you. Lot, I can't in good conscience let you just sell yourself short. If you don't make it back, it would leave a stain on me soul. I'll give you the fair price. I'll pay you the difference.
Are you sure?
Why, of course I'm sure. Let it be known, I'm a fair merchant. I'll give you a fair price. I'll ask no less. Any trade or bargain we make.
Okay. If we find anything nice, we'll be sure to bring it back.
See that you do. Perhaps even think about joining the guild.
Maybe in the future.
You know,
Expand my
if you're
horizons.
feeling like pressing your luck, testing your fate, chasing it as it were.
Maybe. We've got a lot of fish to fry right now as it already is, so there's a lot on the plate, is what I'm saying. But I'll think about it. But I'll make it my mission to find you something nice. How about that?
Right. That's a fair bargain if I've ever heard one. Sure, you can't take anything you don't want the concertina. Can't play myself, but I like a good song. Nah,
No.
that's fine.
No.
Not everyone has an ear for music or the skill to play her. Is there anything else that anyone might want? Are you looking for any magic items?
Lady taps Charlotte on the shoulder and like pulls her in to come close. Like, hey, Char, so I was so depressed by Illyria, leaving, and I just haven't been mentally myself or here at sessions in a while. So did I ever give you like 10,000 GP worth of gems? So I don't think I did. So I'm just saying that if somebody had that in their inventory, would you like to do anything with that at this time?
I think you might have given me that back in Imbar.
Okay. I feel like I did because
Yeah.
who would trust me with that? I just wanted
because-
to make sure.
Yeah, because because we had like a week between leaving the Bridgewark Inn and setting sail. We did a little bit of shopping in that time, and I think
Right.
I think we used it then. Yeah.
Upon looking further into this pouch, it is not 10,000 GP worth of gems. It's one candle and a block of incense. So, my bad.
Are
No.
you like for the first time ever just looking at your inventory?
I just haven't in so long. Like I really haven't. It just feels like it's been forever, even though it hasn't really. My brain is just like, remember, I haven't played D&D in months either, so my brain is just like, oh yeah, there's just
What the fuck do I
things
have
to
on this
check.
sheet?
And I just didn't take that off my freaking list, so I was looking at it, and it was just like, oh, huh, okay. I did not think that we actually had that, but this felt like a good time to ask.
It's like, should
You-
I actually have this on my character sheet somewhere?
Yeah, like
Anything
it
you might
really
do with
just
it?
was. Because last time I changed a lot of my spells around and stuff, so I think I did that and then did nothing else maintenance wise. So now I'm here. Did it, nailed it.
Nice.
Do you have the capability to crush these diamonds up into dust? The 100 gold piece ones? They're just a little bit more I don't know, better in that state. Do you have like a
If you have an alchemy kit, you do. Actually, both an alchemy kit and a whatchamacallit, herbalist kit would have a mortar and pestle.
Oh, you've got one of those, Kylia?
What?
You got a herbalist kit, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. That's your little job. You see these smaller diamonds here? We just need those crushed up into dust.
She like flexes her Lin looking arms. Oh, you know I've got it.
Of course, Charlotte. Of course, I will get them for you. Yeah,
Get to the chopper.
I will crush your diamonds.
Perfect. Our work here is done.
Okay. Nothing else? No ammunition, potions, scrolls. Going out into the maelstrom might not be a bad idea to consider some specific magic items.
I got.
Fair, yeah.
No.
Not that I'm saying I'm going to beat the ever living shit out of your characters out there on the maelstrom, but there's a good chance.
I didn't.
We did ask for it.
What if I did an
You know,
insight check
a
to see what
DM's insight
items
check?
would help us during this time? Like I'm just perusing and I'm so insightful I can see which ones would help us.
Like things like, I don't know. For me, I like having things like a a periaptive wound closure. That's a good one to have.
Yeah, that one's pretty metal.
Yeah, that's.
He also, by the way, has a Ring of Water Elemental command on display.
Oh, what's that? Pointing to it, lady. What's that?
That'll let you command the water itself.
In what way? Because I already have this one spell, and on this spell, I can like choose a box of like 300 feet and kind of do whatever I want with that.
Well, there are things like controlling water, and there are things like controlling the elemental creatures and denizens of the water plane. That's what that
Okay, so
ring
then I
does.
also. Well, so I also have a trident of fish command. So in one way, do you feel like those differ?
Well, sadly, that one's not for sale.
Well, and she like leans on over and like looks all cool and uses her new beautiful eyes and her flowing pinky red hair and is like, "Can I ask why?"
Well, that came off the hand of the king himself.
I'm not hearing why we can't have it then.
The Lord of Storms. He
And
that trucks with krakens.
she slowly looks over at Charlotte just like, is he referring to who I think he is? I just look here. Are you just gonna keep it on the shelf gathering dust forever, never let her see the cool breeze of the ocean wind ever again?
Sometimes you can't put a price or value on a story. Not to mention, I'm not even sure it works anymore.
Can I look at it and just figure out if it works in any way just by looking at it or anything?
Well, it's in a box, like a glass box on a shelf behind the counter.
Mm.
What is it? What is this again? Because I've been researching stuff.
No, it's okay. I'm very curious. What did you call it, Matt?
It's a ring of water elemental command.
Oh,
I just got a lot going on right now on me where I have the fish command and I got this other water moving thing. I think it just would be really neat if I could just control as much as possible.
Oh, that one. Oh no, that's a legendary item. That is not in our price range. How about do you have like a decanter of endless water or some gloves of swimming and climbing? Those would be cool.
Oh.
Hey, even got a few folding boats.
Oh, that'd be neat as well.
What you need a decanter for?
Well, I mean, out at
Worried
sea,
about
so-
access to fresh water out on the sea?
right? It's all salt water, and
Nah, you're going into the maelstrom, lass. She rains all day and night.
okay, so we don't need that. I mean, it can do other things, but
I have
Yes.
one, if you need it. But if that's your reason, your rain barrels are going to be overflowing.
okay. And what about the gloves? Do you have those?
Yeah, of course I do. Just about anything you can think of. Swimming, climbing, running, having fun. Aye.
Those could actually be handy for myself. I'm a bit weak, especially underwater.
So I'm going to need somebody to give me a uncommon item. So give me a 1d6 roll. Exclamation point D6 in the chat, please. Please. I'll sell that to you for 200.
That sounds like a bargain.
Done.
Uh,
And he pulls out a pair. They look like work gloves with weird little pads on the palm and fingertips, and webbing in between the fingers.
nice.
And you want a decanter, you said, yeah?
Maybe. What does it can do? It can do steam, fountain, geyser. Oh, that'd be funny actually. What do you think? You muted, Caitlin?
How do
Every
I
time.
keep getting muted? I don't
Every time.
understand.
It did it to me for a second too. I don't know why.
I think my Steam Deck is fighting with my
Also,
stuff.
we lost Riley.
Oh, that was on purpose for a second. That was on
Oh,
purpose for
okay.
a second. I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry.
Nope, that's fine. Das is fine. So you're looking for the decanter of endless water, huh? Also uncommon. Can I get another exclamation point D6 in the chat?
While
Three.
we're waiting on that, I was looking at the wheel of wind and water for our ship, possibly.
You think he doesn't already have something like that, huh?
I'm not sure. But I'm not. Well, do you have to attune to it?
It goes on the ship.
But like,
It gives the
someone
property
can.
to the vehicle.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
decanter, he's asking 300 for it, by the way.
And
Sammy.
how about the folding
Holding boat?
folding boat?
Okay. And hang on, Caitlin. I'll bring up that thing. So give me another.
Folding boat's rare.
Oh yeah. Do a exclamation point D10, please. 2 of them, if you don't mind.
This is gonna be an oof moment.
Oh. Yeah, it's got a short cooldown, so go ahead and give it another one.
Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
Oh,
Oh.
Visenia designs.
Best. He's
Oof.
asking 18,000.
Yeah, that's way out of our price range, I'm afraid. But I think we'll take the decanter for 300 if everyone's happy with
I'll
that.
take the decanter for 300, Bob. Thanks. Okay.
What is a decanter of endless water?
What is a decanter of endless water?
One might ask.
And wheel of
Who is Ozelia's
wind
dad?
and water.
Who is Ozelia's mother? Find
That's
out
the
next time
question.
on Dragon Ball Z. That shit's still mind blowing me, Kaylin. Like, you have no idea. You've got no idea.
Yeah, because there's something in my backstory that
What? You know some shit?
I have something written in my backstory about my dad.
So that item is actually specific to Eberron. I won't necessarily use that, but I do have other magic versions of that, of things like that,
Okay.
that the ship
It's
does
just-
actually have.
I wasn't sure if it was something that like would be helpful for like Oz to utilize at some point, worst case scenario, but it seems cool that it's like for the ship and we have one.
Yeah. Okay. I give him the 300 for the decanter.
Okay.
Lady, are you there?
Here.
Okay. It's probably best, since you're the one that's going to be casting these spells, for you to
Uh-huh.
have the diamonds.
Well, okay.
Whoa. Proposal?
Blood oath,
No.
20
Oh
proposal.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. And she looks over at us. She's like, I'm not trying to. No, don't get. I don't think I'm. No, that's not what I'm like. I would never. I don't even have a crush on anybody. I swear.
Lady, I know.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
good. I know.
That makes me a little nervous.
Not even Largo?
You wanted me to carry the diamonds? I can do that. I have a pouch that's perfect for them.
Okay, just take good care of them,
Doxed, wow.
because if somebody does get hurt, like really hurt, those are our only hope. So just cherish them, okay?
Okay, no problem. Just like a cheers, you guys. Check, easy.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you putting them on your sheet? Or do you want me to keep track of them on my sheet still?
Or they
I
gonna
will
get
keep-
lost in the inventory?
No, because now I look at it. So, ha. That's the old lady. Now I'm Lynn. Now I'm Lily. I've grown.
You're Lynn, that's right. Lynn who likes cats.
Yeah,
Meow.
exactly. All you said was I'm holding on to the diamonds and diamond powder. Like how much?
Yeah, so there's now 300 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 300 gold piece diamonds. The 300 gold piece diamonds are for Revivify, and the diamond dust is for when you get Greater Restoration at level 9.
Okay, cool. So 300 GP of diamond dust, and then how many diamonds? Two
Two-
diamonds worth
three-
what?
Yeah, 2 diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
Bing bing. I love math. Okay. Okay.
Who wants the decanter? Maybe you was, because then you can use like shape water on it whenever you want as well.
Mm-hmm.
You want that, Caitlin?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say Caitlin. I apologize. Yeah, that was.
I said Oz.
Oh,
I thought it was that you said Edie. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. I think that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a proper item as well. So if you're going into inventory, it should be uncommon. Decanter of endless water. I just realized the gloves are fucking attuned. So I don't know. I'd probably
Who?
take off.
she's back.
I'd probably take off my dagger. Has anyone got attunement slots open?
I do.
You do?
Nice.
No one else?
I don't
Oh,
think
red
so.
block?
What's
What
that?
oh. Sorry, I didn't actually know how to check that.
On
Yeah,
your
so it's-
equipment,
It's at the
down
bottom
the
of your
bottom.
inventory.
You'll see there are like 3 things. If they're taken up, then you don't have an attunement slot left. You can only attune up to 3 things,
Yes.
unless you're an artificer and they cheat.
Yeah, they got 4.
Never.
There's some
Okay.
homebrew like items as well where they're like a set of 3 and they all attune, but because they're a set, like they only count as 1 attunement slot. There's like little works around, but yeah, for the most part.
Ooh.
So have you got any
Yeah.
attunement slots open?
No, I was thinking there's one that I was like, it's not. It gives me my extra like strength, so it's just like, do I really want to be strong? But I love being strong, so I'm gonna keep my extra strength.
Yeah.
Strong.
Wait,
Part
of
what,
who I
what
am
gives
now.
you what?
Caitlin.
Barrier tattoo gives
yeah.
me
Ooh.
plus if I don't have armor on. So I don't have any
Mm.
armor on, so it gives me a huge bonus for that. But I want to be strong.
You got slots open, Caitlin?
No.
You got okay, so just Alithia.
I mean, I have the Dagger of Warning attuned. I mean, everything's gonna be trying to fuck with us
I
out
was
there.
gonna
So it's
say,
one of those things where it's like, how much value am I gonna get out of it?
it's just gonna sit there
Yeah.
and vibrate the entire time you're in the mailstrom.
But
Well, the only-
also, like, I'm okay with not taking something so someone else can take something because I have the I have a cloak on. It's like
Yeah,
a water
well,
cloak. I don't think that's an
'cause,
attuned
like,
item though.
Because we've got 2 daggers of warning, the only good property of the second person having the dagger, i.e. me, is it gives me advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh, fair enough.
But
That's why you're always first.
yeah, and I've got good dex.
Yes.
But so the gloves, climbing and swimming don't cost you extra movement, and you gain a +5 bonus to strength athletics check made to climb or swim. So Alithia would already have good athletics, I'm guessing. Yeah. So you can either have really good athletics, or I could take the gloves and give you the dagger, so you would have advantage on your initiative checks.
Whatever you want.
No,
I was
don't give
gonna
me that.
ask the dude if he had something to up my charisma, but you can just take the dagger if you want. No, I don't care, Samuel. We've been over this.
I want you to care. What do you want? What do you want more?
Don't know. Also, is somebody like, does somebody go down easily? Because I have a period of wound closure.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh,
so
yeah, that's a good one.
somebody wants to do an exchange and get my period. That's
We-
a hard word to say.
Are there things that we should just hold on to? Because eventually, hopefully, Lizzie will feel better and join us also. So we would
Yes.
just need items. We could,
I
if
could
we,
give-
if nobody can take it, we could just
Well-
take them and hopefully be able to distribute them better later.
yeah.
We miss
Well, the-
Lizzie very, very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just want to put
Mhm.
that out there.
We love you.
Big love.
Well, me and Caitlin are on a D6 hit dice. I'm hard to hit, but once I get hit, I'm going
It'll
down pretty quick.
happen, Sammy.
No, never.
You're going in the maelstrom. A lot of
No.
AoE shit out there.
No, I don't know. Well, I could. What do you want, Vila? Tell me what you want, Vila. What do you want?
Mind. I don't
It's not
know.
that simple.
What do you really, really want?
Get in the water.
She wants Illyria back.
Really, really what?
I want Illyria back. Where's Amy? Is she still in there? We're gonna have to bring her back on.
Hey, mate, come back.
Not right now. We're fighting.
Yeah. Well, we've got them anyway. We can figure it out.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt to have. Better to have it and not
Which
need
of
it
the
than need
two
it and
of
not have it.
you? Which of the two of you is more likely to go ahead of everybody else? Like scout out. If you're up
Alright.
by yourself.
Right
If
now,
you
I
don't
think
have a rogue.
yeah, right now it's Charlotte because of her dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd keep that. So you can, if you get fucked again, like Black King style, like you can at least have advantage on that.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the dagger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Okay,
Edie
that's-
dropping the Black King like it's a dropping that name. Here you go. Nice.
We had the
Don't get
White
me
King
s-
last night. I'm not happy about either of them.
True story. That's a true story.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different bag of can of worms that you guys are ready to open or did already open. Looks like I need to add you back in.
Oh.
Ivy.
Oh, but yeah, you take
Wait,
the
what?
you take the gloves then, V.
There we go.
Okay.
Hi.
Are they again?
Gloves of swimming and climbing.
Wait, why do I want them? I need them,
They-
right?
They're just gonna make you more hench.
So, okay. Things to keep in
It'll
mind.
give you a swim speed in the water.
Right, which means swim speed is super important for, especially if you are a martial class, because
Means you won't be at
using, like,
disadvantage
exactly,
underwater.
like if you have, unless you're using specific weapons in water,
Mhm.
you're at disadvantage to fight with any other weapon in water unless you have a swim speed.
You've got a swim speed.
Doesn't the cloak also do that?
Cloak of the Manta Ray does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
But you also
Oh,
get
cool.
+5 bonus to strength like athletics checks. Maybe you get caught in like a torrent and you're trying to like swim to safety. You would get a +5 bonus to that.
And realistically, that's actually fairly likely to happen out in the maelstrom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Here.
but I already have like +6. My
And that'll give you a
athletics.
+11.
Yeah. So shouldn't someone take it that isn't very athletic?
Well, that's why I was going to take it, but kind of convinced me to keep hold of the dagger.
Well, I have a bunch of stuff already, but I have a -1 athletics, so
Okay, you take it. I don't want it. I want a
Well,
+11. You take it.
I got all the shit in the store today. Like I feel bad.
No, take it.
Yeah, take
Azalea's
it.
shopping
deserve
trip. Thanks,
it.
guys. You like bring me home and spoil me rotten.
Mm-hmm.
Over here.
Shower
for
you
it.
in gifts.
So you
Okay,
got
I'm
your-
deleting them from my inventory.
Okay, I added them.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you
'cause
have anything for my charisma? Can I be more charismatic?
I will tell you right now, anything that would boost your charisma would be an attunement item.
Yeah.
You know what? I have one slot open right now.
It would be a lot as well, Vila.
Oh, but I just
No,
wanna be
not
more
necessarily.
charismatic.
What is it called? What is the charisma item?
It's a tome
Um,
of leadership and influence.
Yep.
No.
Oh,
Hold on.
Iron Stone.
No.
Oh, Ironstone would do it.
And also, fun fact, Ariel's sword. Didn't know that.
Zariel's
The more you
sword.
know.
Fucking hell's fire. There's gonna be a fight for that when we get that.
What? For what?
Zariel's sword in
Oh
Avernus.
God.
Can I just go to Avernus and get the sword? Side quest, you guys.
Just a quick errand. Just a
Just-
quick errand.
It's got
Just
this
a quick
legendary
thing.
sword, level 7.
Who needs school, anyways?
I've never been to school, you guys.
Exactly. You're not even enrolled.
I know that there's a, like
We'll
the
unenroll.
headband of intellect.
Yeah, but that
There's
so
a
the- yeah,
version of
the-
that for charisma, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Oh, I don't think so. There's
think
just
there
the
is.
there's just the
But
there's just
the Ioun Stone is a
amulet of
possibility
health.
too.
Yeah, but I think that's very rare as well.
Let me check. It's pretty.
Pretty cool.
Well, people can steal your Ioun Stones, like snatch it right off your head.
Yeah.
Be dead first.
I'm
Let's be
just saying,
honest.
it's like, you know.
Me and Virla on the same wavelength.
They use Mage Hand and it just like comes and grabs your face.
Yeah, so apparently it's just the Tome of Leadership and Influence, the Iron Stone of Leadership, and the Star
Yeah.
card from the deck of many things. They're the only things
it's,
that can
it
boost.
is very rare. That's the leadership stone. That's expensive. Like the very rare is 1d4 plus 1 times 10,000 gold.
I'll just not be charismatic, I guess.
So basically it's at least 20,000
die.
gold.
Guess I'll die then.
Guess I'll die.
ASI? Aren't we coming up on the next ASI anyway? Next level
See,
up?
there you go. He does have one.
And,
See, we're gonna make this real. He does actually have an Ioun Stone of Leadership in stock, and it's 20,000 gold.
Woof.
That's the cheapest you're gonna get it. So if
Yep.
you come into cash, we can get one on the way back.
And you can thank Enriel. Looks like Enriel. No, Prometheus. Sorry.
It's the bro.
Yeah, Prometheus coming in again. So
Damn,
he
the man.
literally has one for sale for as cheap as you can get it.
Okay.
Another time.
It's like I'm watching you.
Save it for me.
Charlotte literally done that with the intelligence equivalent back in Gatested.
Yep. Did do that. So
Alden's got that one sitting for her.
Yep. He does. Probably still does. He's still alive. You know,
It was-
he's been
No,
gone
don't
for a
kill him
while.
off.
He's been gone for a while.
Don't kill him
could
off.
be dead. He could be dead.
We go back and the whole village is burned. Dun-dun.
City's
It's
gone. Gates
Oh.
closed.
Card is just
Tears
instantly
of
triggered.
Agrasis.
Oh my
Demons
god, yeah.
everywhere looking
Lady
for
would be done
Alethea.
for.
Lurgo and Bodley's head on pikes.
How could you say that? I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play
Boy.
anymore. I don't want to play anymore.
Whoa.
No, I wouldn't do that.
And then
He
there's
would
just
suddenly
Hurlin
become a
just
lot
there
more
looming over both
versatile.
of them.
Because it's his fault.
Boy.
But we're gonna cut it here because I have a hard out.
Absolutely.
Because I am taking my wife out to dinner for her birthday. So I'm gonna say
Ooh.
happy birthday to Aislinn.
Happy
Um,
birthday.
Happy birthday, Queen.
It's actually on the 25th, but
Happy birthday.
we are going to be driving at that time. So we're celebrating it this evening. And so yeah, we're going to let's do our outros. I will give everyone their chance to shout themselves out. And we're going to go clockwise this time. So, Sammy,
Oh shit.
you're first.
Oh. Hello, I'm back in the UK. Back on home soil. Fuck, how do I do this? Oh yeah, you
In
can
the
find
Shire.
me in the Shire. Okay. You can find me on Instagram at Sammy by the Gram. You can find me on Twitter at Sammy on the Burn. You can find me on Twitch at Sammy Go to Twitch. You'll be able to find me tomorrow over on twitch.tv/Bridges and Brigands, where I'll be playing Adelheid, the half drow hexblade warlock, alongside Mr. Matt here, who'll be playing as a player, Vila, and Hannah. So that starts at the same time as today, which is 1 p.m. EST. However, it is a epically long session because it's only once a month. So we normally play for about 6 hours. So strap the fucking for that one. It's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Exactly. That takes us over to the wonderful Riley Rose. Tell everyone where they can
Hi.
find you, darling.
Online. Just kidding.
Online. Thank you.
Online. Bye. Hi, I'm Riley. I am a streamer and I do cosplays and ASMR and video games, and I've been playing lots of the new Zelda game because it's really great. So I stream on Twitch, and you can find all the other things and the cosplays and stuff from there, and it's always a fun, good time. Online.
Online.
Just Google me.
Find her on the line.
Just Google me. If you search Riley Rose, you'll find a bunch of things about how the Forever 21 store named Riley Rose closed down a few years ago. And then if you scroll really, really far down and go to like the third Google page, you'll find me.
Or if you Google Gorilla Grip Pussy, it also comes up
Whoa.
with Riley Rose.
That's not true. That is not true. That part is not true.
Love the
And
I
I
have to
don't
make
know
this
what he's
18 plus?
Googling.
18 plus now. I'll be adding that to the Saturday Crew title. Sweet. All right. Let's move along. Miss Azalea.
Hey,
Caitlin?
my name's Caitlin. I make ASMR content on this wonderful website called twitch.tv/Caitlin. And I recently moved, so I'm getting back into the YouTube game. And you can check out my newest YouTube video, which is filmed in this very room on youtube.com/ASMRkitten.
Yeah.
It's me.
All right. You ready? You ready for it? Here goes. Lithia. Let's hear the catchphrase. Do it.
Hi, I'm Verla, and I have an Instagram. It's Verla.Louise with an E at the end. That's me.
Cute.
Also, it's Jinx's birthday today, so happy birthday, Jinx.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
Jinx's
Happy
birthday today.
birthday.
That is correct. It is actually her birthday today. So, if she survives tomorrow, make sure you guys say happy birthday to her in the Bridges and Brigands game. And that brings us to Edie, Hannah, Queen of Reactions.
Yes, hello. That is me. I am Raging. You will find me here. Friday nights, 7 to 11. I am Bryn. And then today, what is the actual time that this runs? 1 to 5? Yes, that's the correct one. 1 to 5 as Edie. And then normally on my regular Sundays that aren't the Brigands and Brigands ones, you will find me over on For Shame. But this weekend you will find me and most of us here at Bridges and Brigands, and it's gonna probably start off with a bang in one way or the other. So
I see what you did
make
there.
sure that you get there. Chibi, anybody? Cheeps? Somebody please.
Is that there?
Wait, I do it. Heyo! I do the cheating thing for you. Awesome. Yeah, that's 2 p.m. right? Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, right? Bridges and Brigands?
No.
No.
It's 2?
No.
Sammy just said 1.
it's
I had to
1.
write it down.
That's right. It is
Look,
1 p.m. Eastern Standard
1.
Time.
because I'll be
Wow.
late for that too.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, that daylight savings time, that one time screwed us all up between the UK and the
That's-
US.
It's gonna
Um,
come again
just-
in like October.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I'll be late for then too,
Just
or
late.
early. Who knows? But that leaves me, Gareth Greygale, captain of the Wind Sprint. I like heading off into the Krakentide Maelstrom, looking for adventure, hanging out with cool people, and this guy who runs this thing, he does like D&D and stuff like that. So you can check that stuff out. And from what I understand, he's playing some asshole tomorrow, and he's got he's like, oh, I have this condition. It's called premature evocation or something like that. Who knows? Whatever. There's going to be bread involved. That's all I know. So if you want to see him playing in a game, and you can go and check him out tomorrow. But other than that, I want to thank you for all being here, chilling, and watching our little presentation, and all the support that you give us is amazing. So thank you again. But I'm not going to do a raid because I have to make sure that I'm there before everyone else. So I have to peace out. Goodbye, all you wonderful people.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Bye, chat.